There's a.
We are live.
Let's fucking go.
And how do I sound? I sound okay.
You sound
You
great.
can you can tell me. I'm capable of adjusting, and I'm not gonna like get upset or anything. But I just need to know the facts.
Yeah.
No fake news.
Test.
All right.
What are we watching? Can you turn up the audio, please?
I haven't played it yet.
Yeah, it's not even playing.
Yeah, I know, but you know,
I'm pressing the
probably
button.
too low.
It was a preemptive turn up the sound.
Yeah.
Yeah, thanks.
Fucking hit it.
I can't hear it. Can you turn it up?
I think.
Thinking is your job. Doing is
I think.
What
Is
the
this
fuck?
Star Fox? What is this?
No. I think this is the new game from
This
Yeah,
is a
good.
spiritual
people what
successor,
made
right?
Fist.
Yeah, this has got to be a sequel. How could this not be a sequel to Fist?
Fist?
No one knows what Fist is.
Yeah.
I remember the name. I don't remember anything about it.
It was a
Fisting
side-scrolling
simulator.
Metroidvania.
Wait, it was side-scrolling?
Fist, Demons.
You
Forge,
know
or
what the
is it
game is
called?
and you don't know if it was side-scrolling?
Yeah, maybe
I don't
he
remember
doesn't.
it being.
One
I
for
don't
five,
remember it being
it's worth a
side-scrolling.
shot.
Well, I mean, I can assure you, Fist forged
What
in
was-
Shadow Torch.
I'm counting on it.
I'm a,
I remember that being like it came out and people were like, "No, it's actually good."
was there another game called? Is there another game in the Fist franchise?
What, Nick? You have to trust me.
No,
Trust
I'm
Brad
looking
on
at
this
it.
one.
I see it. I see that you're right. But like, I remember a game that was very much isometric, but it was also called Fist.
Finish him.
Yes.
Am I crazy? Were there
That might
animals?
just be your Saturday night. You know what I'm saying?
I fucking hate you. I don't fucking know what I'm thinking of. Never mind. Whatever.
I believe you, Nick. I believe that you believe.
No, you don't. You don't fucking believe me.
I don't even know what One Fist is. You know like Two Fist games? Like,
Devil May
Yes.
Hair.
Okay, that's not bad.
Devil May.
I'll give
Yeah?
you some points for that.
I think it's
Give it
bad.
back.
Yeah, I'm not proud of it.
too
No.
clever by half. I don't.
Yeah, let's skip this shit. Was that Dark Souls? Is this secretly Dark Souls?
Probably.
Yeah.
Yo! I'm into
But you-
these.
Brad Skate for life,
He
138
plays-
months.
he
Thank you.
plays-
What the?
Plays
Now
Peppy
with
Rabbit
this,
or whatever
Is
his
that
name
a
is.
Legion?
Legion
Alright, I
doesn't
kinda said
stand a
alright.
chance against
What was
Oh, I
his
like
name?
that rat though.
Right, Peppy?
Peppy, yeah.
Oh, it's the Infinity
Not Star
Stones.
Fox. We can skip this. We have a lot of stuff to watch today. I think we're in the cinematic
What
outro.
would your father do?
What?
Or we could just keep it going.
I mean,
Give it a minute.
Is this the new game that Drunk Merchant's gonna be fucking insufferable about for a
This
year?
is too good for Drunken Merchant. We already saw the gameplay.
This looks all right.
Chris Davis is in love. Chris Davis is in love.
Yeah, but it's
seems kinda
H21, and I don't. We have big topics.
Okay,
We don't have time
fuck
for
you.
love.
Fine. I'm sorry.
Watching it, jerk off to it on your own time.
This might be our most important episode of the year.
Really? Is it?
No.
Breath like venom.
This one is for Crispy.
Next.
Oh, so I did play.
Oh, it's a virtual tabletop?
So Demio is a very well liked like VR
Shadows close.
tabletop experience. Like it's multiplayer
A die is cast.
tabletop,
Sick, actually.
and they're
Dude, this
they're
sounds
doing a
sick.
Dungeons and Dragons sequel or whatever. So like this is probably pretty sick.
Storm meets stone. The
And it's like
time
what,
Like-
like a 4-hour-long game?
No,
Costs
it's like
60
a
bucks.
platform. I mean, it's not a platform. You know, they're,
at the
they're
table.
What
where
was
they're
the?
meant to be
Remember
played
Hand
in-
of Fate?
frost.
Remember
No, not
Hand of
Hand of
Fate? They
Fate.
did 2 of those.
Yeah.
The
Yeah,
cards.
this is not
the
like that.
card, like,
This is a
fucking-
multiplayer only
From the green
tabletop
shadows lair.
like you play campaigns with people.
Every scar
That's
is a
awesome.
storm.
You had me at multiplayer only.
And it's really cool looking in VR.
It's like a Fantasy Flight like board
For every
game
victory
thing.
won,
Like,
another quest
one of those like really
So
complicated
raise
role-playing
your
board
blade,
games.
your staff,
I don't know.
your
All I can say
mark.
is I did
For
play
this is
the first
deep
Demio
Dungeons and
in
Dragons
VR, and it was pretty crazy. It just
Demio-
seemed cool.
Oh, it is. It's a fish. Okay. Okay, you convinced me. Someone buy me a fucking VR headset, and then everyone buy yourselves one, and then we'll play.
Yeah. We'll play with you.
I don't believe you.
Now this one's 31 minutes, Chris Davis, and you're probably gonna like it.
What?
That doesn't mean we need to watch it all.
It
In
says
fact, we might
Hoyoverse.
need
I'm
to skip-
moving on with my life.
Oh, is this really Hoyoverse? But this is
It just said
horror, right?
Hoyoverse right there.
It just
Okay,
says
skip around a little bit. I want to see this then.
What?
'Cause you know it's gonna fucking
gotcha
look sick.
horror game.
Get to the gameplay.
Ugh, anime.
No, Nick. Hoyoverse, like
Nick,
you don't
this is about
hate
to
this.
ruin your whole
You don't
fucking
hate-
neurology.
Remember Genshin Impact? That's
Mansplain this to be
Hoyoverse.
Brad. Do it.
Zenless Zone Zero.
I like
mean-
the umbrella thing. That's pretty cool.
Honkai Star Rail.
What I'm saying is like Genshin Impact and Honkai Star Rail. People like those. ZZZ. I don't know what happened with that one.
Oh, there's
People
stealth
like that.
sequences.
People like it,
People
right?
like ZZZ.
Yeah, people like it, don't they?
Yeah, you know me.
It doesn't look like a gotcha game yet.
Yet.
Yeah, give it a second.
This isn't. I'm not even at half chub. So
Look, she's got like a power. She uses
doesn't
an
the
umbrella.
look? Their artists and animators obviously are rock stars.
This is like
We've known that for a long time. But what kind of game is it? And it really is just a Hoyoverse game.
all of that energy she's sucking out of them. You can like use to buy skins. Or something.
Can you skip ahead to see if there's any other characters before we move on?
Oh, there,
yeah,
there you go.
Are.
Police lady.
Whoa.
Whoa! Look! Oh yeah, dude.
Get up there to deploy.
Go watch this in your own fucking time. Go jerk off
It's a
later.
fucking
Bro,
horror
why are you
action
acting
game
like
with-
Genshin Impact is not like one,
Gotcha,
incredibly loved, and two, like incredibly important to like this current state of like the video game industry?
You weren't watching your camera and that like
Uh.
fetishistic smile that you were just making.
that fucking...
What's wrong with fetishistic smiles?
Yeah. Also, like, there's way more porny stuff out there than like Genshin Impact. and
Yeah.
whatnot. Obviously, like it's all about
Marvel
the.
Rivals.
It's
is
all
a
about the
fucking
hot
good
husbandos and waifus, but like it's not like porny. It's not. That's not what.
Dude,
the-
her like big attack.
Okay,
is
so you
she
switch
drops a
characters.
giant Stack of binders.
Oh, you can have up to 3 characters. Okay.
Like,
Yeah, just like
I mean, Chris Davis,
DDD,
you're
just like
it's
fucking-
deplorable because it's like gambling. It's gotcha. It's like predatory, not because
Yeah,
it's
not
like,
because it's not a good
corny.
game.
Yeah. Genshin Impact is sincerely loved, even if it is predatory.
I owe my life
But
to
not
this
by you.
courageous officer.
Well, I mean, I
Look,
did talk
but
about
look,
it a lot
she
on the
still
podcast.
looks like a fucking
when it came
Pokemon
out.
character. Like,
Y'all not remember?
oh my.
Remember, like,
God.
oh, it's Breath of the Wild. Remember?
It's a.
This
it's
is
a
Mafia.
Fucking, no, dude. It's Grand Theft Auto, Silent Hill, Genshin Impact.
Yeah, it's gonna copy things that people like, and it's gonna do it pretty well.
What exactly
And the
is
animations are gonna be rad.
gameplay?
But it's gonna be a predatory gotcha game. We know
Yeah. So people like a few whales are gonna spend.
that was almost as
thousands of
bad
dollars
as
on
the
this game.
James Bond reveal.
Done.
Too soon.
And like when they release new characters, it's gonna cause like mass fucking public unrest.
5-star
in
banner,
Korea.
yeah.
Like
This shit, this umbrella, dude.
What was that
2026
other one
year
of
of the
these that we
umbrella.
saw
I
several
do
weeks
need to-
back? The more anime
I do
one?
need to watch this. on my own
Wait,
time.
more anime than this?
Yeah, the one that looked like fucking Spider-Man and Grand Theft Auto and everything.
Yeah, Grand Theft Auto.
what was
All
that?
right, we can skip this. I do want to watch this on my own time though.
Oh my
I wa-
god, guys!
he
Are
wants
we
to
gonna
watch
get
this
into the new
as-
Hoyoverse game?
No.
Again,
We're all
I
gonna be
played
playing Let It
Genshin
Die.
Impact for quite a while, and it was
Dude.
good until it became
Oh
like,
yeah. I
you
mean,
know, evil.
same thing
It-
with
it went from
ZZZ.
good
was
to evil.
fun.
but like it was good for a time before it became evil.
Sure.
Good and evil.
What is this?
This is Death
What is
How, and it is coming out this year. This got a release date today,
Okay. Good for it.
When's it come out?
December. It looks cool. It's it's Slay the Spire meets Into the Breach, but with kind of a sick art style. So,
And like this, like surrealist folklore thing.
there's a demo. I think.
This looks so sick.
It's giving me Inscription vibes.
Can we say
guys.
that
I like
too many
Inscription
indie
vibes.
games have this sort of like pared down, like dark, earth? I mean, look, Loop Hero was maybe too like influential artistically for some weird reason, and I don't know why.
Why is there?
You think Loop Hero is a
I think
trendsetter and not
I
just
think-
a symptom of a larger?
No, I think Loop Hero
Social movement.
influenced like weirdly, like even like Ball Pit, right? Like that
Uh-huh.
had very Loop Hero. This
Yeah.
also got a release date today. No, this was Shadow Drop today.
What is it?
This is
This is
I'm not gonna tell
total
you. I'm gonna let
chaos.
y'all go
Grade A
crazy.
Nick. This is grade A Nick slop right here.
Maybe.
Oh, is this like the first project from the rebooted Infogrames? Did that just say
Oh,
that?
it's this game.
This
I recognize
game.
this.
I'll explain.
I don't remember the title.
This
but
is
I
a
recognize
remake
it now.
of a really beloved cult Doom mod called Total Chaos.
Oh,
But it's from the
Oh.
developer
that's crazy.
of
That looks so cool.
Turbo Overkill that came out a couple of years ago, which was
The narration,
which was kind of like a Doom
And a
2016
very different,
clone that was
and a
well
very
liked.
different vibe, very different vibe than this.
the
Yeah,
narration reminds me of those fucking Lorelei in the Laser House.
Yeah.
Remember that guy? It's like the same guy.
maybe. You know, I was watching Henry play from the developers of Lorelei and the Laser Eye, Sayonara Wild Hearts
Sayonara.
again the other day. He likes playing that game, and every time I'm watching him play it, I'm like, oh, they got Queen Latifah to do the narration in this game, and that's
Really?
weird. Yeah, that's really
That's
weird.
That's so fun. I mean,
Because it's like a
you think that
super
was,
obscure, I mean, it's just a super obscure indie game, really.
Yeah.
I mean, it's weird.
Sure.
So
I mean, she was one of the queens of comedy. Like,
this
It's so
game,
funny that Akira Yamaoka gets, like,
all
you know,
of-
if
all of
it's
the-
vaguely horror, if you could get Akira Yamaoka, like to do a few
Oh, yeah.
tracks, he's like the Yuzo Koshiro of pixel art, or he's like what Yuzo Koshiro is to pixel art and like beat 'em ups,
he's the
for
horror
indie
music.
games where it's like
A
yo, get
00
few
agent needs the fastest,
Yuzo
most
Koshiro
dynamic,
tracks.
and of course
This
most
game is
striking
the Total Chaos has been out
hybrid
for
twin-turbo
I guess today. It
over
has
1,000
46 reviews. It's
horsepower,
positive
0
right
to
now.
60 in
on
under
Steam.
3 seconds.
Oh,
was that this
Lightweight
game?
Carbon
yeah,
fiber chassis,
no,
and a
this
few
is Bond.
modifications.
I have not
Bond.
watched this. What is this?
This
It's,
is
they're highlighting the
Aston
car.
Martin Valhalla.
His
This
Aston
one's
car.
only for 00 agents, James.
If this is long, I don't know what this is.
This is the one played by the Dexter guy that like
Yeah.
It
you had a
is.
Yeah.
conniption fit.
It's Patrick Gibson.
Oh, that really wasn't. It was just a pre-order video. This was at the
March
Microsoft
12th.
thing.
That's so cool of them to let like just a guy be James Bond. That's crazy.
Oh, video game James Bond. Okay, y'all gotta pay attention now. Yo, I have the IGN
can
preview
we
in
not
here.
do this, please?
No.
No,
We're
can we
talking about this on the
not?
podcast,
is
but we have to watch this
stupid.
now.
I hate this.
It's
You
not gonna
guys
be a
are-
90.
you
It'll be an
guys are-
85.
Shut the fuck up. It'll be fine.
It'll still be close to a 90, I think. But everyone, pay attention. Do you got any more audio?
It's turned all the way up, buddy.
Give
Just-
us all the audio.
When the
No,
Galactic Federation
no,
research
no,
center
no,
is attacked
it's
by Archer of the
This is the good video. Calm down, Chris.
Remember, I want everybody to remember right now that we are going to be talking this on the podcast. So if you have a really juicy thought, just keep it to yourself.
Yeah, but Nick is too busy to watch this, so he needs to watch it now.
Dude, I've had a week, okay? I haven't had time to do shit, except for finish Hades 2. I did do that.
Nick has had a legitimate reason for not engaging.
It, like today? Yes,
No, dude. This whole fucking week is fucked.
I legitimately want to bake you a casserole and bring it to you because every single week on this podcast this year in 2025, you said this shit.
I have
And
had
this is either the
a-
worst year that any human has ever had, or you just need a casserole.
The last 3 months in particular, either my wife or myself have been ill or undergoing serious life changes. It's been a lot.
Since last November.
No,
I
literally the
worry
last
about you,
3
buddy.
months. Literally the last 3 months.
The maps are maze-like and intricately detailed,
My wife had an organ removed.
and ferocious beasts.
Oh yeah, which one?
Yeah, hopefully it wasn't like her heart.
No.
Was it her brain?
Scan
Ha ha ha.
Ah, that was a good one. It was her butt. We all know they took her butt.
Yeah, they took her butt out.
That's why Nick has been so upset.
She had her gallbladder removed, yeah.
Oh, you don't even need that.
You know you don't, of course not. But we
As someone who also had their gallbladder out this year, I mean, yeah, you don't need it, but
You know what? We don't need to watch this one. We need to watch the IGN preview, which is the next video. I will say, after watching this,
Do the voice.
The form-altering morph ball
no, there is a portion in here that's essential, though.
and dash it.
It's the part where they talk about your companions, because this is a companion game.
During your adventure, you will also receive mysterious powers passed down on
The psi powers are very,
psychic abilities.
come on.
come on, what?
Directly
Well, never mind.
control
Say-
your trajectory.
No, I mean, this is not new information. Like
Yeah,
they've been
we-
showing these from the beginning, and it's like
yeah.
you can call them like cool psi powers, but that doesn't make them cool psi powers.
And activate machine
Like they don't look like cool powers, not even really a
These
little bit.
abilities, you
I
can
mean,
access
hopefully
them
there's some cool puzzle design, but like,
expanding the
you know,
explorable world.
you can open doors and move light balls from one place to another. It's like, dude, what's happening? Now, if this thing is controllable, that's super cool. There's some speculation that it might be, like you can actually steer the path, in which case that's pretty fucking
That
exciting.
would be really cool.
The
Oh, they did the
There
whole
is a
Fallout
video
hand in front of the face
after-
thing.
So there's been a lot of footage that was somehow obtained through some Japanese site that I don't even know if it's still up. And that footage is after the IGN preview, and there is a lot of cool shit in that. It was the kind of thing where I saw this and I was like, oh, Metroid Prime is gonna be fire.
Okay.
Right?
Okay,
I love
okay.
Metroid Prime. Then I watched the IGN preview and I was like, oh no, what happened? No, I actually started with the IGN preview. And then I watched this and I was still crashing out. But
if Samus is in a location,
No.
and we'll talk about why.
What
We'll talk
if?
about
I
why.
mean, like, just what if? What if
But
it
I
is
watched
an
that
incredible
Japanese
video game?
footage.
person perspective to continue
It's an
thing.
incredible video game, and it just happens to have a fucking,
We'll talk about it.
Douche canoe.
you know, Nimbus in it. Or
Douche
like a-
Canoe? I like
like
that
a-
name.
Yeah, whatever. It has
Well,
a
there's a
fucking-
lot of layers to it, and we'll get into it.
were also transported to view rows.
It has a Rob Schneider and Judge Dredd in it. Who cares? You know?
Follow distress signals to help
It has
the
a-
troopers.
Like, I still like that movie, and I just pretend Rob Schneider's not in it.
They can even provide
Ah,
useful
yeah.
evidence.
What was
Except for
Rob
the one
Schneider
part
doing
where
anyways?
he's making fun of Judge Dredd, and he's like, yeah. That's kind of
Wait, are you
He
talking
does
about
die,
which,
right?
we're talking about the one with Sylvester Stallone or the one with Carl
We're
Urban?
only talking about the one. with
You think
Sylvester
Rob
Stallone.
Schneider was in the Carl Urban Judge Dredd?
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean,
I'm talking about
No.
the Sylvester Stallone one. I'm talking about the one
Yeah.
from the 90s. I'm talking about the kind of edition that could only that would have to be made to a Judge Dredd movie
Yeah.
to make that movie exist in the 90s.
Literally
Which is like-
after the 90s,
Rob
only
Schneider in
Adam
it.
Sandler would let Rob Schneider be in a movie. So So it would be impossible that he would be in the other Dread.
Yeah, right.
I hope we can keep the band together.
Do you think, does
the
Adam Sandler
friends.
still, like, do those movies still have Rob Schneider in them, like, even now?
Dude,
Because he's,
Rob Schneider was doing his
Dude,
own
Rob
stuff
Schneider
for
is
a
like
minute. He was doing like stuff on the Daily Wire. Like,
Dude, Rob Schneider has become like the Kid Rock of Hollywood. Like it's getting weird.
yeah, I mean,
December 4th.
there's a few people.
That fit that
So,
bill. I don't know.
I
It's
think
such a stupid
that
conversation.
Metroid
it
Prime
doesn't-
game looks great.
The footage shown was from the Nintendo
It's so
Switch
funny
2
that
edition of the
Nick
game.
spread his headphone disease to Chris Davis.
You can use
Wait,
Every
what?
now and then Chris Davis takes his headphones off like, oh, I lost audio.
No, I took them off because the lights flickered, and I was like, wait a minute, is it thundering outside?
It's the curse.
That does happen, though, to your headphones sometimes.
I mean, it can happen.
Plus,
No.
No, there's nothing going on.
Can I say, like, this game looks really good.
Damn, it's 60 frames per second in quality mode?
Choose from these two modes,
That's-
both of
that's
which
kinda
support
cool.
HDR, based on your preference and playstyle.
It's like you're in a fucking
The
promotional
Nintendo
video.
Switch 2 edition of the game can be played on Switch 2.
60 frames per second in quality mode?
Oh my god.
I mean, for a game that's been in
Yeah.
development
development for 8-9 years at this point, like,
Plus,
I hope it's well
Doesn't
optimized.
it?
Welcome to the
237?
Wait, since when does the length of time translate to
by purchasing the
quality, like performance? Performance quality. That's not
One
what that
could
means.
fucking hope if its game has been
No,
developed for 8
that
years.
doesn't work like that. The only reason this game runs great is because it's a Switch 1 game that was ported to Switch 2. That's the only reason. If this was native for like Switch 2, it'd probably run more like shit. But that shit happens all
After
the
8
time.
years of
Metroid?
waiting, Metroid Prime 4 Beyond is just 3 weeks away.
Now, this
and
part you gotta
honestly,
listen.
Saying that still doesn't feel real. Maybe that's
Here
partly
we
because
go.
Nintendo has kept a pretty tight lid on specifics surrounding Samus
whatever.
Aran's next
Whatever.
adventure. We've only seen a small handful of trailers, and much of Prime 4 has remained a total mystery. That's caused a lot of fans to think that they must be preserving some special surprise.
And they
right?
open on this
Well, while playing
dude.
over an hour of Metroid
I want
Prime
y'all to
4
hear the
Beyond on
opening
Nintendo
line.
Switch
Cool,
2,
cool.
Yeah, whatever.
I discovered a seemingly major component that's been completely
It's Rick
absent
Moranis.
from any footage we've seen so far.
He's about to say.
This guy.
Hey, Samus Aran! Stop coming out!
Ah!
Oh, this isn't the line.
Please get me down.
That's Specialist Miles McKenzie, a member of the Galactic Federation stranded with Samus on the planet Vuros. Miles tagged along for a significant chunk of my play session, and the way Retro Studios has implemented this NPC companion is far and away my biggest concern about Prime 4 after my time with it.
I got him! Oh! No.
But we'll get to him a bit later. Because everything else was pretty encouraging. Classic Metroid Prime exploration and
Skip this
combat,
part. Let's
an
skip to the
intriguing
important
setup,
part.
Gorgeous
Oh,
art
yeah, skip all the
direction,
good
and
stuff.
technical performance.
Let's
We
get back
know
to that guy.
what the good stuff
Let's
is.
get back to the
Prime
dude
4
from
performance
the last
was one
Destiny
just yet.
expansion that looks
But
like
on
Carlos.
Switch 2, it's looking fantastic so far.
Yeah.
I started my
Skip
preview
like
in
a
Anthem,
couple more
where I
minutes.
replayed the same introduction sequence of the Galactic Federation a few rooms away. On the way there, I passed some hardened tree resin I couldn't yet destroy, and scanning
bit
it
more.
indicated that a missile would take the wall down.
Yeah,
I
we know how
appreciate that
to play
Prime 4's
Metroid
blockades
Prime.
aren't all the same
Yes.
familiar doors, and that in this case, it was naturally woven into the environment. We'd be back here later, but with a friend in tow.
No!
here
Oh
we
god, Beyond
After
Chatty. Oh
tiptoeing
god,
through
it's a
an
bad.
eerie, condensed part of Fury
Music's
Green,
good,
I
man.
came across a crash-landed Galactic Federation ship, where I was immediately taken aback by the tonal whiplash. My way here was filled with hauntingly beautiful choral melodies and isolated exploration. It was vintage Metroid Prime. But now it's finally time to get to know Specialist Miles McKenzie.
What a mess. You're alone, on a planet, no hope of survival. But you're also not sitting next to Phil anymore in that cubicle, so... Win?
He didn't leave a great first impression with this honestly cringy monologue, but I was still intrigued to see where it went. Samus and
Dude,
Miles
people
got
are
swarmed by some
so-
jungle monsters.
the
and it became my
infighting,
job to
man,
protect
is
Miles
so
from
good.
them. After a
people
close
are
quarters
making
firefight
like
that concluded with
Samus
shooting
like
lines holding up
fan
Miles'
art
ship,
of like
he awarded
Samus
me with the
protecting
missile
this
upgrade for
guy.
being his savior. This
Like,
is
you
fine,
know,
I thought.
standing in front of
I
him, like
prefer
this, he's
isolation
our
in Metroid,
friend.
but I don't
Y'all
mind
leave
running
him
into a character
alone.
here and there to flesh out the story
so-
with some
so-
voice acting and cutscenes.
So embarrassing.
But then
If it's okay with you, I'm gonna tag along.
I started to get a sinking feeling.
Now pay attention to this
So,
stuff
where
because
to?
his problem is
idea to
not
check the map
the
to get our
characterization
In
of this
one
character.
sentence, Samus
It's
not
he
only
chats too
gained
much.
an unwanted companion, that companion
No, it's
also
that he tells you how to
instantly
play
started
the
chiming
game.
in on what
Yes.
I should be doing. Like
No,
Atreus to Kratos in God of War, or Aloy to Aloy in Horizon. The next 20 minutes of my demo ranged from mildly annoying to downright infuriating, as Miles constantly bombarded me with either awkward attempts at quippy humor,
It's about to get real nerdy in here.
or unwelcome hints that directly defy Metroid's spirit of exploration and discovery.
Missiles are effective. You were the hard shell, you know.
He would scold me for not stopping to save my game,
Are you sure we don't need to use that?
comment on everything I scanned,
Can you read that? Hey, does that say anything about this place? They really don't want anyone in here. Must be a sacred space.
state the obvious,
I can see the door, Samus.
and would scream whenever an enemy popped out of the ground suddenly. I promise I'm not cherry picking here. I was in complete disbelief at how Miles was constantly talking during gameplay, to the point where I dug around the settings menu to see if I could tone it down. The only option I found was to mute voice acting entirely, but I don't see myself doing that when there are plenty of actual cutscenes I'd still like to see play out normally.
Oh, I'm gonna fucking
I don't
do
have
it.
a problem with Metroid focusing more on story or introducing important new characters. But that story and those characters need to be good. And Miles was so annoying and overbearing that I honestly found it hard to focus on what I was doing.
Well, I'll be. It did work.
Metroid Prime 3 Corruption features other bounty hunters that Samus occasionally crosses paths with, but it's never been this much of a focus. And throw in as many cutscenes as you want, but I can't help but feel a sacred line has been crossed when I'm playing a Metroid game and an annoying engineer tells me how to open my map, how to defeat an enemy, or reminds me to save without me asking for any of it. There are far smarter, more nuanced ways to onboard
Even
new
the
players
biggest
and push a franchise
fans
forward
of,
while still
like, God of War
respecting the
Ragnarok
reasons people love it in the
don't
first
like
place. And the
that
way
Atreus
Retro
spoils
weaved Miles
puzzles
in
and
caused
shit.
a lot of dissonance that shattered the immaculate
It's such an
vibes the introduction
unpopular
set
thing
up.
to rip off.
Everything in this jungle trying to kill us.
How am I supposed to soak in these gorgeous vistas and this epic, serious music when this guy is asking me if that weird smell is sweet or stinky?
There's a strange smell around here.
I'd had enough, and I tried to ditch Miles during a fight on a very cool bridge. I heard him yelling to not leave him behind, but before I knew it, he went down, and my visor prompted me to use Samus's psychic powers to revive him. When I failed to do so, Miles died, and I got a game over for letting a Federation trooper fall in battle. Of all the things Metroid Prime 4 could have been, I never
It was
would've guessed
valiant
it would
attempt.
include outdated escort missions with companions that never stop talking.
The last stretch.
Unbelievable.
I'm going for it. Cover me.
Samus doesn't respond at all, which, if you're going to pick between Samus talking a lot or not at all, silence is the right choice in a vacuum, even if I think a few words here and there would work better than this awkward silence.
Hey, but it's progress.
But there are 3 words I really wanted to hear her say. Please shut up. Thankfully, this didn't last forever. After earning the new control beam ability that lets Samus direct her charge shots to hit multiple targets, to which Miles said,
You found something for your suit, didn't you?
we arrived in a Lamorne temple, where Miles decided to stay behind to work on fixing up some tech. Finally, some peace and
Oh,
quiet.
thank God.
I used the charge shot to open a blocked door from the other side, which reminded me of using Zelda Skyward Sword's Beetle ability, both in its close-up camera angle and use of optional Wii-era motion controls, and pressed forward on my own. After enjoying the silence while working through a few more simplistic rooms, Samus was face-to-face with Carvex, Fury Green's plant-based boss.
Oh wait, no, this
I
boss actually
blasted
is
its
kind of
tail,
cool.
opening its belly up for a serving of missiles. It entered its next phase with 2 tails, and I found that by the time I destroyed the second, the first one had grown back.
He's just
So
spoiling
in
this
classic
boss.
Metroid fashion, where your most recent upgrade is often the key to beating a boss, I had to use a charge shot to destroy both its tails with 1 bullet.
Can I
This
say
was
that
neat, and
like
really felt like
steering the arrow / bullet or whatever is a
Miles was back, but he didn't stick around for
No!
long, just asking Samus to return to base camp to talk about what to do
Intercom.
next. Once I returned, Miles shared
No,
that
no,
Venus
no, no.
isn't on any known star
Look,
chart, saying,
look,
Can I
wait,
crush
wait,
the
wait.
intercom?
This
Only
is
could
no,
be
no, no, no.
nowhere,
This is all.
setting up an interesting
Look,
story
this is
that,
the
paired with
prologue,
Samus's other
Okay.
at the end of which
Tutorial.
he gets
preserving the
horribly
history of
murdered.
Can you go? Can we
There's
skip
3
to the
other
next video?
companions you get
That's
to
the
hang out with.
tone.
Yeah, there's 4
Yeah, there's
other
other
companions.
companions, and none of them are as
Partners
annoying as
sharing
this
data
guy.
with each other now that
Okay,
the
so
comms are
this is what we're gonna
working.
wait
Miles
for the
stayed behind
podcast
as
to
Samus
talk
returned
about.
to
But
the
can you
desert
skip to
area.
the
We
next
still
video?
know
Do
so
they
little
show the
about
other
the
He's
timelines
outro
swiftly.
now. Outro. Yeah. So
they
so
show-
this
people
this
have
is the
seen them.
footage that
So-
is. Yeah. Maybe skip like 10 seconds into this. Okay. This footage, most of this has not been seen anywhere.
Ooh, you got a 4Player podcast exclusive.
No. It's
I know,
people have
I'm
been
kidding.
watching it
I'm
on
kidding.
YouTube, but-
I'm kidding.
And I will say, like, some of this shit looks.
Dude, come on, this looks
Really?
sick. Shut up.
It does look sick, just as long as the other companions must be better than Miles.
They are.
The whole
not
point is
podcast.
that
we'll
he's
talk about it on
annoying.
the podcast.
And then they kill him, and it's really shocking, and you kind of feel bad for wanting him to be dead because now they've like introduced the villain that's like so ruthless and bloodthirsty and like brutal.
The good news for you, Crispy, is
You're like,
think
I
a lot
really
of-
like
the
that
bad
guy,
guy.
but he didn't deserve that. Like, you know?
he did. He deserved it. The good news for you, Crispy, is that if the other companions are good to find, or find a good, right? Like, critics will forgive it and will like move on with their lives, while like the hardcore fans.
And Miles
that,
is just
what,
be the joke. Like,
yeah,
he'll
but
just be
no
a
one,
meme.
but no, yeah, but that's why I don't think you need to be worried from like a fantasy critic perspective. Now, my soul, like I literally named one of my
Whatever.
sons after this series. Okay, like
Yeah.
my soul.
Can you
on the other
is it too
hand,
late to change his name?
It's not.
You're not supposed
Like, I
to
don't
do
care
that
about
too many
Fantasy
times.
Critic, okay? I don't care about Fantasy Critic.
That is
And I
a
don't care about
fucking
the other
lie.
companions. I
That
don't
is
want
the
anyone
Dude,
fucking
no,
talking
no,
to me.
no. Hang on.
No, we're saving it. We're
Bullshit.
saving it.
Bullshit, because it goes the other direction, buddy. Like, okay, this game might like leave a bad taste in some people's mouths when it comes out and it gets low reactionary scores. But like, it's still gonna be great. It's gonna be like a misunderstood masterpiece that people are gonna
No.
rediscover in 5 or 10 years,
All right.
and it's gonna be like the fucking like really
Other M?
cultured pick of like the multiple Metroid series. No, not like Other M. I mean, like people are just gonna be like, this is crazy that like we just weren't ready for this and we got distracted by Miles, and it's gonna be like, it's gonna be like looking at like fucking Revenge of the Sith now and being like, okay, it didn't land, but like, wow, they were fucking doing something,
But like, even with what about the atmosphere and the isolation, you fucker?
Yeah, for one
So
part,
You
it's
can't
gonna
do
be
it in
good.
every fucking
Well, did you
franchise.
see like the stuff in the beginning of that fucking trailer? Like there wasn't someone running around talking, and it was like otherworldly, like fucking surreal shit going on. That
Dude,
looked
forget it.
incredible. You're telling me you don't think this game's gonna have awesome atmosphere? You think Miles is gonna ruin all of this?
I think they're all gonna ruin it.
All right,
Not
all right.
just
Everybody
Miles.
Everybody
I
calm
think
down.
you're
Everybody
crazy.
calm
Okay,
down.
we'll see.
I'm-
We'll see.
I'm making an executive decision. I'm moving on with other footage. We can talk about
Okay,
this on the
okay.
podcast.
We need to
Okay.
we
They're
need to
showing
record
cool
this podcast.
shit here, dude. That's never
I-
been shown.
Okay, this is gonna be the one little like chip in the perfect porcelain glass that
It's
like
not a chip.
gives it its true beauty.
Twat.
Like
All right, let's put Miles in the next Dark Souls game since atmosphere doesn't fucking matter.
yeah.
How about the next
Brad.
Silent Hill game, Nick?
Brad,
Dude, there's already a bunch of simpering losers in Dark Souls. What does it fucking matter? Like,
How about in Reanimal?
oh, I'm sorry, Forsaken. I'm quite crestfallen. Oh. Come on, fuck off. Who cares?
oh my god.
There's no like Metroid is good because of things that Miles can't ruin.
Guys, everybody just needs to Brad, shut up. Crispy, shut up.
Shut up.
Look at this Nick slop, all right?
Is this a new genre of game now?
No, because it's just one studio that's
Oh, it's just
making-
another. It's
This
just,
is the same studio that made Little Nightmares.
oh.
The genre's called I guess we're gonna make a mediocre version of Inside because where the hell is that developer's next game?
Yeah, what?
And there's been so many.
Yeah. Play Dead.
What happened to them?
They're
actually
playing dead. That's what they
The story
do.
begins the same way so many do in this world,
So there was some kind of Xbox Direct or something?
with blood.
No.
Yep.
Well, the developer talked.
When a man loses everything that matters, ain't nothing that
Was
can
this
keep
part of
him
it?
from setting things right. Not even death.
I think so.
But it's gonna take more than honor to save the one he loves.
Oh, I like this.
Because the one thing
I mean, I like the
can't
little
stop
dudes.
Is that a cock?
That's he's wielding a cock, all right.
It's quirky and cool. This game is gonna be
More
81
atmospheric than Metroid Prime 4.
Yeah.
Oh, this looks primed for a fucking indie tax.
You're just like you're taking the most esoteric, effervescent part of the experience and you're priming yourself to hate it.
No.
The
You're
one
right.
thing
guys.
maybe could like distort into being like something it's not.
You know how I know you're wrong? Because Metroid Prime 3 was already disappointing me with this shit, and I like it way less than Metroid Prime 1 and 2. They just kept going in that direction and doubled down.
Failure ain't free. Every death cost a decade.
This doesn't look bad.
God,
Before it's
did
No
anybody
one said
say
it looked bad.
It looks pretty rad, actually.
Yeah.
Although I'm still trying to figure out the like the way the running animation works. It's very strange.
Is this a known studio or is this new?
Let me check.
I don't know.
I've never heard of this. I would imagine this is their first game.
Like pretty sick.
Erosion.
So, like, what
I like the
happened with
title.
Megabonk at the Game Awards? They withdrew?
Something
yeah,
about-
they
Because
said,
they're
like,
not-
they said they're actually already a popular,
Yeah.
established.
They're
game
using
dev.
like a
Yeah.
pin name or a ghost
Yeah.
writer or whatever.
Yeah, it's like
So who do you
side
think it
project.
is? Have people figured out who it is? Is it just the Vampire Survivors guy?
It's Dave. It's something Dev. That Dave Dev guy or what's his name?
Dave Dev?
It's a guy on Twitter. He's like, no.
We're milking this bunch of pixels like there's
David
no
Tell?
tomorrow.
Let me look it up. Look at that. Megabonk?
We need to start this podcast here pretty soon, guys.
Can someone explain what this is?
A new adventure begins.
This is a spin-off series made by, do we know?
I don't know, but this
Treasure. Either take your time and
got a little bit of
tactical or play it
grim
safe.
rock energy
Do
to
what
it.
you can. The outcome is always accurate.
Danny Dev.
Wild to break
Because the fake dev's name was Vedinad, which is Danny
I was hoping
Dev
for
back.
Phil Fish.
Get overpowered and plow through enemies.
I still think Phil Fish has another game out there. He just hasn't told us about.
Vampire Crawlers, the turbo wild card from Vampire Survivors.
When's this coming out?
Coming as soon as we think it's ready.
Thank you. That's kind of hype, actually.
Great work, everyone. We managed to go on for over a minute without ever saying neither card or deck building. Nobody will think to compare us to Balatro or Slay the Spire now. We're in the clear.
That's pretty good.
Oh, he was.
Yeah.
He was a.
This is weird.
I don't usually ask for help. But this
You mean
isn't just
fucking
another target.
awesome?
Oh.
It's the crazy part of me. I gave him life.
Wait, what?
He wants mine.
You kill him with. You think you can kill him with a can of mom's spaghetti?
Oh,
Oh my
Eminem.
god, that would be amazing. Why? You have to kill Eminem?
Oh, so Eminem brought his back up. A higher gun can't erase me. Choke me with a
So
wire.
what, does he just like Hitman? I mean, how does this happen? It has to be something like that, right?
Yeah.
Or are you
Maybe.
too deaf to hear the beat?
Mom spaghetti! Oh!
There you go.
He's a pretty
I
weird
could totally
guy.
see like Hitman or like Eminem playing like Hitman last year, you know, like and go like, "Yo, I want to be
And
in
then
this
being
game."
like,
and
"Call
his agent's
them."
like, "No, like this game was popular like 4 years ago." He's like, "Get me in the game, get me in that game." They're like, "Oh, okay."
Okay, so the
we
guy
really
is
need to start
doing
the
that
show.
Vampire Crawlers game. It's Nosebleed Interactive. They made Arcade Paradise a few years ago.
Okay. Yeah.
which got good reviews.
Y'all can hear me, right?
Yeah, we heard you. You want to start the podcast?
You just.
I mean, I'm not in control here. So, although I will say, Crowsworn is like the Hollow Knight clone that people have been waiting
looks
for
sick, actually.
more than any other Hollow Knight clone, I think.
Damn.
Okay. All right.
Is that a?
In fact, this was low key one of the secret intel on why Silksong might actually be coming out sooner rather than later, a year ago. And it was that like this dude was like, yo, I just hung out with what's his face from Team Cherry, and I'll just say this: his game's coming out before mine, and mine's coming out sooner than you think. And everyone was like, yo, what? Something to that effect. But this does look cool. We can start.
This looks sick.
This is pretty all right.
Constance is another like shameless Hollow Knight clone that actually looks good. So. I feel like they made it look a little less like Hollow Knight, which is nice, but
okay. All right, we're going to the podcast.
I heard someone say that they were hyping up Constance, like this is what Silksong should have been. I'm like, first of all, what are you talking about? Like, what is? First of all, where did Silksong fail you? And second of all, are you out of your fucking mind?
Yes, they are.
Jesus Christ! Like, I didn't even know how to process that.
Alrighty.
Oh, that's pretty good. That's pretty good, Crispy.
Very nice.
Another Nightshader original. I told Nightshader that he should have made it in black and white and put Robin's face on Deacon's wife body, and then had like the date from last Saturday on it.
Oh,
that's so fucked. That's so fucked. That's really good. That's pretty good though. That is pretty good.
It's just all in good fun. It's all in good fun. He said he tried doing it in black and white and it was too sad.
All right,
if that makes you feel better.
I am ready.
I am recording.
Fucking.
I am recording.
Right. I am recording. Everybody, make sure your audio is correct. Let's.
Yeti. Yep, my audio.
I still don't know.
Testing 1 2. Test.
Stopped the recording last week. Everything looks good.
Okay, Brad sounds like a little bit like a robot again.
Y'all were getting a little. I think
is
it's
it when
Discord.
Audacity's running?
No, I think it's Discord.
I'm wondering. We are getting some weather right now, so maybe that's fucking some shit.
Always get weather.
Yeah, but this is like a.
This is more pronounced.
Do a speed test. No, it's not my internet. Holy shit, that looks.
Yeah, I'm
maybe
not
check
sure
your processes. See if anything's hogging. Okay, there he goes. He's gone.
Maybe that'll do something.
Nope.
Oh god, now it's getting worse. And now Chris Davis sounds robot-y. What is going on?
No, we're just. All
right, I'm stopping.
How do I sound now?
You joke, but it's not funny.
Sound better. I restarted my recording.
Everybody on my screen is moving.
Yeah, y'all sound. Somebody over there sounds bad.
What?
I might have to restart my computer.
Hello.
It's not you, Nick. It's not any one of us. It's Discord.
What the fuck?
Oh, like Discord shit in the bed?
Yeah, Discord.
Who's hosting the call? Can someone different?
I started. I can cancel it. Hang on.
Yeah, you cancel it.
This is Zoom.
Something's got it. I mean, somebody's internet has to be in control.
No.
Look up the Discord status.
Give me a second. Discord
I mean, we were
status
just
says all
watching.
systems operational.
We just did a long ass trailer talk with no problems though.
I mean,
I
there
mean, I was
were
telling
a
you
little
there were.
bit.
I was telling you there were problems before we ever started trailer talking. You were shrugging them off.
Yeah.
No, I said.
I said you sound like a robot, and you kept saying that was last week, not this week.
Hmm?
My internet is fast.
No, I said my
but
mic was hot.
My
Question
internet
mark.
is slower than I would like it to be, but it is definitely not
Yeah, mine's
slow.
good.
Well, it seems okay now.
Jesus.
Not
I mean,
an internet thing on mine.
My internet is supposed to be like 1,000 down, and I'm at 600, and my up is like 160, and it's usually like 500. So it's
Well, everyone's streaming right now. It's prime time.
Yeah.
We have fiber.
Yeah.
Yeah. Why is your up being throttled? But I mean, that's still extremely fast.
Because Spectrum sucks.
It should not be. I actually don't have Spectrum.
Yeah, if he has fiber, it's not Spectrum.
I think it's fine. God, why is it? If something goes wrong tonight with the audio, I'm
walk into the ocean.
I'm just gonna walk. Oh my God, you sounded like a robot when you said that.
Walk into the ocean. Somebody else talk.
Hello, I'm talking. What do I sound like?
You sound okay right now.
That was.
You know, I mean, as long as we can understand each other and the audio getting recorded in your Audacity doesn't fuck up and it sounds fine, I don't think it's going to be a problem for the audio. People might have to suffer through a little bit of weird shit on the actual live stream, but
I sound great in Audacity.
All right, cool. I'm recording again, so we can start whenever y'all are ready. Give me the thumbs up and you're good to go.
I'm ready.
All right, roll call starts now. Brad.
Hello.
Crispy.
Hello.
Chris Davis.
Hello.
Perfect. What the fuck?
Does anybody remember what this is supposed to be set to back here? Because it's possible my children were like fucking with it.
No.
My wife could hear me talking about the internet and just sent me a screenshot of her fucking current status. Okay, we're good. Okay. Brad, I'm gonna wait until you move your microphone back into the
Looks pretty good
position.
to me.
All right. Cool. Alrighty. Hey everybody, welcome to 4Player Podcast, episode 856. It is November 20th, 2025. I am your host, Nick Henderson, joined tonight by Brad Simons.
Hey Nick, I'm doing great today.
Fuck, I fucking hate you. Crispy's joining us. Hello, Crispy.
Hello, that actually did sound robotic.
And Chris Davis, how you doing, Chris?
I'm also doing well. Thank you very much.
Wait, which kind of robotic are you referring to, Crispy?
You know, like autism.
Oh, okay. Well, that is what I was wanting to know.
Oh,
You're
my
not
God.
supposed to say things like that within the first 60 seconds of a YouTube video.
Oh, we never adhere to those rules. Anyways, guys, welcome to the show. Video games. We're here to once again talk about the wild, wacky world of video games. And boy, do we have some stuff to talk about tonight, as is apparent in tonight's trailer talk, which, in case you were not aware, if you want to tune in to watch these live, we record them on Thursday nights. We now do Thursday. We used to do Tuesday. We now do Thursday. 8 p.m. Central. We hang out, watch trailers, and then record these little podcasts live on Twitch. We're going to talk about Metroid Prime 4. There's been an unexpected curveball thrown at us regarding that game.
No, it hasn't.
I mean, that's
okay. It certainly was an unexpected fucking curveball.
Let me just get through the housekeeping, and then we can dive into it. We also got some games to talk about. We're going to talk more about Dispatch. I think everybody here now has played at least some degree of Dispatch, so we'll talk about that.
You
Brad,
didn't finish it?
I only finished the first episode.
Oh, buddy.
I mean,
most people didn't binge it like you did, Crispy.
Yeah.
Yeah, Crispy finished it, and I think Chris Davis did as well.
I played it. I played the whole thing after we recorded last week's episode. Like,
yeah, so
as soon as we were done.
That's sick. So we're gonna talk more about that. Brad has finally brought footage of Absolum, so we'll see some of that.
I swear, I had footage.
We've talked about this, Brad. I feel like you just tuned shit out. I said you brought footage months ago when it was a demo.
No, I remember that part. But I'm saying I recorded footage. Like something was lost. Something was lost. Like I was like, oh, I'm gonna talk about Absolum, and you forgot to bring it up, and I forgot that I brought it up in the first place, so it just didn't happen.
Gotcha.
But it's you know what's fucking funny? When you asked me, oh, do we could have a fucking show? There's not 12 games to talk about, and I was like, I originally typed Trails in the Sky and Mega Bonk, completely forgetting again that I had not spoken about Absolum, and I almost forgot again.
Absolum, the most forgettable game of 2025.
No, you motherfuckers.
No, it's not. No, it's not.
It's not. It's really good.
God damn it, that's the joke, Chris Davis. All right. We'll finally talk about it tonight, but I just got a little bit of housekeeping to get through. I've already mentioned our new recording schedule. I'm going to be mentioning that at the top of the show each week for the next couple of weeks. But I also want to just get this out there because I mentioned it in Discord yesterday. I have some plans for the beginning of 2026 in regards to our website, and I was looking to give it's been a while since we've updated kind of our branding package. So I put the call out in Discord. If there's any graphic designers in our community that would love to work with me to like touch up our logo and give a new coat of paint, DM me in Discord. I am willing to pay you guys. I'm looking for some interest. If not, I'm going to move forward with it myself, but just wanted to put that out there because I have some changes in mind.
Don't let them make us be sexy pinups or whatever.
No, that's not the plan. The website I have some plans for the website specifically in terms of kind of just downsizing it and making it kind of match. What was the word you used when we were talking earlier, Chris Davis? I've already forgotten it.
Slimline, cleaner. Like it's,
leaner. You said leaner. The website's
leaner.
gonna be a bit leaner and more of kind of like an informational thing about the podcast and community stuff. So, and less of a blog. So, anyways, I have plans, but I'm looking for someone to hopefully work with me in December to kind of like not spruce up because I do like our branding package, but I do want to give it it's been like years since we've changed it, so I'm looking to spruce it up.
Nick,
mm-hmm.
Can I say that I've recalled, or I partially recalled the most forgettable game of the year. I can't remember the name, but Bayou Swamp game.
Yeah,
South of Midnight.
South of Midnight is the most forgettable game of this year.
I did.
I remember that. Damn it.
I did kind of forget that as well. But yeah, anyways, I see a couple people in chat who might be interested in the graphic design thing. If you're interested, DM
one of
me
them
in
was
Discord,
Carlos,
we'll
who said he's going to calm you with AI.
Not okay. That's not happening. I don't. Yeah, that's not happening.
I bet he could. I bet
he could. Yeah, he could.
A friend of mine, like, here's some stuff. You think he could pull that off? Well, maybe not now.
That is true, but I'm not interested in using
now.
AI. I'm not interested in using AI, but yeah, if you're interested, DM me. We'll talk. See where it goes. It's going to be it's going to move relatively quickly because, like I said, I have ideas in my head, and I would like to roll it out January 1st. So it's kind of like kicking off the new year, clean slate kind of thing. Anyways,
can I say something, Nick?
You can say whatever you want.
This is a question. This is just a podcast. I don't think I've ever seen another person on Twitch with an all caps name. How did Carlos do that? And why do I not see more names that are all caps? Is it just like a faux pas? Like everyone knows not to do that?
It could just be a legacy thing.
I mean, it's like when people like text or chat in all caps, it's shunned. But Carlos is Carlos. He doesn't give a shit.
But I mean, it's a name.
But I mean, you can clearly do it because like Zlade in chat is all lowercase. Tarkus is capital T and capital S. So like you can clearly have control over capitalizing certain letters. He just did all of them.
I just
So
never
it's
see
not-
that. I never see it. It's wild.
Yeah.
I feel like
it
there
is
would be
wild.
more people.
Touche. What the fuck, Crispy? Also, real quick, if you are watching at home as we record this live, if you were here for the pre-show a little bit, we are experiencing some mild technical difficulties tonight in terms of audio being a little questionable. Hopefully, it won't affect the final product if you listen on the go. But if you're watching us live, you may have to kind of bear with some slightly robotic tones. periodically.
Sometimes I sound like this.
Sometimes you do. That just reminded me of a Key and Peele sketch.
Dude, the best chat
the
screen
stand-up
cap
comedian.
chat. Yeah, that's a good one.
The roast
with
comedian.
the burn, with the burn victim. Yeah.
The best Carlos chat screen cap though is the one with Spider-Man, where he's like, "Oh man, Spider-Man has a huge package in this," and then like Kenton or somebody's like, "Actually, that's pretty average," and he's like, "Oh." That's the best one.
That's pretty good. That's pretty good.
That is fantastic. All right, guys. We're gonna get into it here in just a second. I also want to spend at least a little bit of time talking about the. We don't give a ton of credence to this kind of thing, but they did announce the Game Award nominations, and there are some interesting things in there.
Like, I will only allow this conversation if we get to make fun of Jeff Keighley, who is not
course.
just.
Oh, that's not hard.
Yeah. Because
that's par for the course, isn't it?
But,
yeah, but we're still gonna tune in and watch them happen.
He took a
right?
pretty big L recently too about the whole like trying to
AI
like disappear the there's that group that he was working with for the show for like in recent years.
It was like a game. It was like a developing up and coming like game dev program.
Yes.
Oh, and now
it was
it's
like first time devs that
exist.
they were like, yeah, he was like building this like mentorship program and this like thing to like showcase these up and coming talents, and then like I guess apparently they put them all in a Discord server and that was it. Like,
and he got called out on it, and his response was not good.
Yeah.
But yeah, whatever. Let's move on. We got to talk about Metroid and actual
Let's
video
talk
games.
about. Yeah, we'll save the impressions for after we get to these topics.
Is that true?
Here. So let's fucking talk about Metroid. I made the most relevant overlay for this particular topic. Metroid Prime 4 ruined?
No.
Here we go.
So, people have been crashing out. Metroid Prime 4 is launching. I know. Crispy's not.
People
Crispy
certainly have, Crispy. Chill out.
Well,
let him intro this.
Specifically in this chat alone, Brad has been crashing out, and Crispy's been on some copium. That's fine. I'm just kidding. Anyways, we're gonna talk about it. So
he's primed to do well in Fantasy Critics, so he needs a big win. And I feel like you need to. I want some honest takes out of you tonight, Crispy. Okay, this is not about Fantasy Critics. It's not about the fucking score. I want honesty from you.
You say that like Crispy is prone to lie.
Brad.
No.
You made me, Brad.
No, I want to know. I want to know. What
all right, so
I learned it from watching you, Dad.
Okay, so let me intro this real quick. So, if you weren't aware, Metroid Prime 4, that game we've been waiting for like 10 or 11 years or whatever the fuck it's been, is launching in like 3 weeks on the Switch 2. And we're finally starting to get some like more details about it. There's been preview coverage for it, and the latest round of preview coverage, I guess it was an IGN exclusive, I suppose. Where they were talking, he was talking very positively about the things that are very Metroid Prime-y, right? Like the sense of isolation, the vibes.
No,
all
he
that
didn't
stuff.
say that. I mean,
I just watched the video.
No.
Listen.
What you were describing the Metroid franchise, yes.
Yes, if you let me get the fucking intro out. Yes, he's describing the things that are very Metroid Prime being very nice, but then it took a turn. And he was very very candid about his
surprised and
feelings for this.
disappointed because nobody saw this coming, because the game comes out in 2 weeks and nobody saw this coming, and they've been, for whatever reason, not saying anything about it until 3 weeks before release.
I mean, do you not feel like part of that has to do with the fact that they probably knew the reaction that people were going to have?
I don't know. I don't know, actually. Like, so.
All right,
so
I haven't even said what it is. I haven't even said what it is. So the crux of the matter is, in this preview, they revealed that there's multiple companions,
and one of them is Chadley,
and one of them might as well be Chadley from Final Fantasy. There's multiple companions that are going to be spending a significant chunk of time with Samus as she's going around doing her thing. And in this demo, it focuses very heavily on one named Miles, who basically is giving like serious Rick Moranis vibes, I guess, and being
we like Rick Moranis.
We like, I guess, more like Rick Moranis type characters. You know what I mean? Which doesn't necessarily fit with the vibe of Metroid. And also, the thing about Metroid, which we've talked at nauseum about on this podcast, and every podcast that talks about Metroid, is that like the thing that Metroid has always done, and the thing that people love about Metroid, is the sense of isolation and experiment and exploration and
atmosphere
and
being alone on a
you can tell by watching
planet.
the video. You can tell by watching the video that he has a significant impact on that, and you also hear like he's also, for the sake of the preview footage, he has to like jump around a lot, and like, but he says, believe me, a significant chunk of my demo was spent with this character who won't shut the fuck up, and maybe even scarier is like spending a lot of that time pointing out things that you should otherwise be figuring out for yourself, because that is Metroid. That is the crux of Metroid. And that's where the concern is. That's my intro.
Okay.
I know.
So like,
it's not all doom and gloom, but it's cause for concern.
We've all played God of War Ragnarok, right?
Yes.
And I know people like that
I
series,
do love
right?
that game.
And some people here even love it.
But I also
like,
never,
everyone agrees that it sucked ass that like Atreus would be like pointing out parts of puzzles and shit when you just were barely even looking around. It's infuriating. Even the most like adoring fans of that series, all like, I feel like we're all on the same page. That sucks. There's like, hopefully on the next one, and I know, because Sony Santa Monica is a smart developer, that they're probably going to put in some options or tone that down, because they're not idiots, right? People didn't like it. That's my biggest concern for this stuff. It's not the characterization of Miles, which, let me tell you, I don't like any NPCs in my Metroid games. I did not like it in Metroid Prime 3. I do think that is a lesser Metroid Prime game. Metroid Other M, like the main reason that game sucks so fucking much is because the story and these other characters sucked ass, where Adam had to authorize Samus the use of her powers, which just was so fucked up.
Well,
I don't care
Metroid Prime
if the other
3,
characters are better than Miles. I don't want them with me. I don't want it to be an escort mission, because if they die, you get a game over. Like, I want to be alone.
The funniest part of that preview
there
is that
are
he was
moments
like
of Metroid games that are like, yes, they're beautiful and like oftentimes like terrifying. There are legitimately the scary moments in a variety of Metroid games, and all of them. And having even someone in your comms with you is just wrong here. I don't like it in other franchises where like it's more appropriate, but it's horrifying to put it in Metroid, in my opinion. Like this is the last franchise to do it. Like I mentioned it before the podcast, but like, it's like a chatty, like, imagine a chatty fucking NPC like, oh, don't worry about that door, it's locked, Mr. Silent Hill guy. Like it like that would be horrifying, right? Because
I mean,
like, if you think about what's core to something like Silent Hill or Dark Souls, like things like that are very like, oh, there's an ambush up ahead, Mr. Souls guy. Like, that would be horrifying. And to me, like, that sort of atmosphere and isolation is as important to a Metroid game as it is to a Souls game or a Silent Hill game. It's fucked up. It's fucked up, and I don't want it.
Can I interject here real quick? Can I just real quick to your point? And Chris Davis,
Chris Davis wanted to, but
I know, but like
he loves it or something. I don't know.
Specifically, you're attacking Silent Hill real quick.
I'm just giving examples of like,
as a reminder, there is a major chunk of Silent Hill 2 specifically, the most beloved game in that franchise, that is essentially an escort mission. You spend a lot of time with a secondary character.
Yeah, okay,
but it's
like,
obviously handled differently. Anyways, Chris
Yeah.
Davis, your point.
Very differently.
I wanted to mention now. Granted,
It's
I have not
otherworldly.
played. I have not played Metroid Prime 3 in 18 years. 18 years. Think about that number for a second.
I played it yesterday, so tell me.
I don't recall any of those other companion characters being anything more than appearing in the intro and then ending up as like antagonist bosses. Like not even
cutscenes with them.
Else. Okay,
there are
but like
with them and stuff.
There's a difference
It's not
between
like this.
cutscenes and companion characters you have to interact with.
100%. This is worse. I'm saying I didn't like the direction they were going. I thought after 18 years, especially when you look at the first year of the footage that they've been showing, was like, it seemed very safe. Oh, like to me, it looked like, oh, Retro just wants to get a very like Metroid Prime 1 inspired game out the door because that it's been 18 years and they probably don't even like a lot of the people at Retro don't even work there anymore.
Yeah.
So to me, to see another entry in the series after so long, to me, this is like such an obvious, like safe entry because they don't want to fuck it up. They don't want to fuck up what people love about it. Right? So I expected it to not go in the direction that Metroid Prime 3 was going and that they were going to do it more like the most loved one that they just put out a remake for, Metroid Prime 1. So to see this was really surprising to me. And my worst fears realized because I talked about Metroid Prime 3 on this podcast all those years ago. And I was saying these same fucking things. I promise you.
I do think it is worth noting that, and you made this point, you were certain to make this point, that because there was other footage that came out that we watched a little bit of during trailer talk.
Yes.
And even the stuff in the preview before we started, when he's not talking about Miles, all looked very impressive. And the other footage, like you're watching it and you're like, damn, this looks fire. Like,
yeah,
there is stuff to be excited about here.
Absolutely.
It is
it's
concerning.
Still going to be a good video game.
Him saying
it is concerning.
Brad, you saying this is your worst fears realized is not true because you haven't fucking played the game.
No, but for
Like,
this direction of like that Retro was taking Metroid Prime back then, like
this is his second.
Continuing to go in that direction is.
I feel like the fact that they're okay. I don't know.
Look, I don't.
This is not like an internally developed Nintendo game, right? Like it's not.
But it hasn't been since the first one.
Owned by
I know. My point is like the whole like copying Atreus thing and like making this NPC that just like tells you how to play the game really feels like a Nintendo internal kind of decision. I could see like a Nintendo internal team making that kind of calculation and just being like not really connected with what with what the temperament is. And
but we've also talked about how they handled
stumbling
Zelda,
like that.
right?
I don't understand how Retro could make a blunder like the one everyone's assuming they've made that we don't know that they've made.
I don't think. To me, this is not even surprising. It's surprising that it's Metroid, but like being influenced by like God of War, which was a massively successful series, is not like I almost don't even fault them.
But this isn't. But like this is like the one thing they took from God of War is the one thing that they themselves also didn't like.
Last of Us, like having a companion that's around constantly is a popular thing in like prestige fucking video games lately. I feel like.
But that character, they made a good point in the preview is like when you do that thing, which people do like that thing. I like that thing. The characters, the companions you put in, they have to be likable, and the immediate reaction to Miles is a negative one. But there are others.
There's going to be people like you, Nick, who are just worried that this guy sucks and hopes that the other guys are going to be good. And I believe that's going to be true. In fact,
I'm
I
also
even
hoping the
believe that
ratio
Miles
of-
is going to grow on us. And by the end of the game, we'll probably be like standing Miles. I believe that as well. But at the end of the day, I'm not in that camp. I don't want any of them. So like we are fearful of different things.
No, I acknowledge that. I mean, I'm probably closer to Crispy's camp than your camp, but I do
just feel like-
understand.
I want to go back to the Silent Hill example because like you gave an example of like absolutely like pitch perfect, like you're gonna put a interaction in an atmospheric game like Silent Hill and it's perfect. Like that is the sort of like human interaction. I mean, that is the story of that game. And it's like you gave an incredible example of how you can do like an interaction that doesn't completely fuck up the atmosphere and
Yeah, this is
I
not
mean,
bad.
like the interactions between you and other NPCs in the Silent Hill games are some of the best part, like things that help create that atmosphere. Like this, Metroid was never that, but this doesn't feel like that at all. This doesn't feel like it adds to it. I think it might make a better story. I think it, but again, like the Metroid Prime games where you've learned about this world and these like races through like scanning objects is a very like Dark Souls way to read the to absorb the story, where it's like it's the equivalent of like reading item descriptions in like a Souls game, which I know like fucking people like Chris Davis hate that, but like it's very distinct, a distinct part of this franchise, or the prime part of this franchise is.
I know. I would say it's so distinct that like it seems crazy to just assume that Retro doesn't know that. Like
I'm
I
only
mean, that
looking
is
at what's
true,
in front
but,
of
like,
me.
I know, and what's in front of us is not a lot, and like we're kind of just having this weird crash out. Like
I think a
It's
lot of
not
people
a
are
weird
reacting
crash out because like if it was, it's not a weird crash out because like again, like
I mean, I get being
but,
concerned.
like
I just
game.
We
like-
shouldn't be
like-
having this conversation until
No,
the game
it's-
comes
no,
out, right?
No, like from the perspective of like what Nick's saying, where they don't like Miles, like those people are jumping the gun. But from my perspective, where every single fucking Metroid game is
That there's
like
just another person who has a voice, and that's
like I'm
automatically
saying,
bad.
the other Metroid games are not like this at all, except maybe Metroid Prime 3 and Metroid Other M. What I'm saying is there's a lot of Metroid experiences which are very much not this, and we already know it can't be that. Even with what little we've seen, we know it's not that anymore. And we've seen a lot more. Like if you look at that other footage, there's a lot of footage with Samus and the other companions. Like this is a core tenet of Metroid Prime 4. It is not like, because I know there's been a lot of arguments saying, well, it's just the tutorial. It's a tutorial thing, and it's not. Like
But I mean,
every
I don't.
you're even going to be
I
going
know,
out with
I know.
multiple
like
companions.
The problem is this conversation is only going to go so far because there's going to come a point where it's like, oh well, I'm a real Metroid fan, and this is what I think Metroid is. Look,
I don't
that's
care
fine.
about
I mean,
those
to
I know,
conversations.
I know, I
point-
know. But what I'm saying is like you're acting like this thing that we love about Metroid can't be present in the game because something else is present, which like I just don't think is true.
You're right. I mean, you're right. There are going to be moments where those companions are not going to be around, and I am going to like it. But
Okay, on that note, just let me interject here. On that note, Crispy is right. There is a certain point where this conversation, at this point, because the game is not out yet and we have not played it, that we're going to start going in circles. So with that in mind, we have talked about the controversy. We have talked about our personal feelings related to that controversy
So I'm
as
just
it
saying,
stands
look,
now, and
look,
we're going to
look, can-
readdress
can
it
I
when
just-
the game comes out.
Like,
Yeah.
okay, all right. Listen, this
No,
is
go ahead.
this is a game on my list, right? Okay, let's talk about the fantasy critic of it all, right? Like, yes, I am a little concerned that this took a 92 down to an 85.
Yeah,
I'm a
not
little
even that
concerned.
low. Not even that low.
I'm a little
I think-
concerned that that's that this range I was expecting has opened up a little bit. Okay.
A little bit.
Maybe.
Because
Dude, if
I
Hollow
want to
Knight
be
can't
clear.
even fucking...
I want to be clear, Crispy, and this is related directly to what you're saying about the score. Is the people who are only worried about Miles' characterization, I think, are going to end up liking the game a lot more than they're thinking. So the narrative is going to affect the score of this game, but people like me are not your average like video game critic. I don't think.
Okay.
Because
I
can I say
I genuinely, like, fantasy critic aside, like, yeah, I'm a little concerned on the fantasy critic front of it, but like that aside,
Don't worry, Crispy, you're not alone.
Can't be like I feel like I have a little bit of shaky ground. You know, I'm speaking from kind of like an insecure position because I really like Super Metroid. I really like Metroid Zero Mission. I like a lot of the 2D Metroid I've played. I've never finished Metroid Prime. I've never played 2 or 3.
You got close though.
I've tried to finish Prime and like I couldn't, you know, just because of how I had to play it and like the control situation and the platform situation, like just playing it on the Wii U and whatever, like it just didn't work. Okay, like it wasn't great. I dropped it, and it's not even because I didn't like the game. It was just because I couldn't get through the interface to the game, if that makes any sense.
Yes.
You know? So, yeah, there's a little bit of this like, okay, well, you know, what do you even really care about the atmosphere of Metroid Prime? You're not a Metroid Prime fan.
That.
I know you're not. I know you're not. But I think that might be a perspective that a lot of like Metroid Prime fans are taking with this idea that like you can't put something like other characters into the game. You can't do that. I just don't know that is true.
This is where I want to reiterate.
Maybe that
where
makes
every
me an
time
outsider,
that they've
but I don't like.
No, and I just want to reiterate with my own experience that, you know, the only times they've done that, it sucked, and it did like hurt the atmosphere for me. And I do like those games less.
They are leaning into it pretty heavily.
Who did Other M?
Team Ninja.
Okay. Yeah.
Oh God.
Yeah. Okay. Can I say? I want to compliment this. Because if you're not like being an asshole like me, who, by the way, my favorite Tomb Raider game is the 1996 original because there's like 4 humans in that game. Look, not everyone is going to be as weird and annoying as me. I just want to say, as
a decade,
if we accept that I'll never be pleased, I want to compliment it. Because I think, like, what I saw were like a performance. The characterization was annoying, but like from the way like the cutscenes were shot to like the performance itself, and maybe even the writing, believe it or not, is a step up than what we've seen at any previous attempts for them to try to have a more traditional story in a Metroid game. And I'm not just talking about Team Ninja. I'm talking about Federation Force, but I'm talking about Metroid Prime 3 even. Yeah. Or even like they've dabbled in this stuff and it hasn't been great. And here it seems like they are trying hard. I think it's misguided. I don't think this is the franchise to do it. I'm frustrated as hell, but I think they aren't like being lazy about it. And I do want to compliment that. I think this game looks really good, and it looks really good in cutscenes. And, and I hope those other characters are great. And I think I can come to appreciate the game on those levels, even if, just like I had, I enjoy modern Tomb Raider games. I enjoy the Crystal Dynamics era from like the 360. None of those are 1996 Tomb Raider to me. They've all disappointed me, and I like them all less compared to what I love about that original Tomb Raider,
but you still like them.
Very, very similar to the same thing that I care about most in Metroid games. And that's that, like, this is a dangerous and intense environment, and I'm all alone, and it creates so much tension and atmosphere and honestly fear. Like I was scared the first time I played Metroid back in the day, just like I was, playing the original Tomb Raider.
Look,
I might never get that back, but I was hoping I would.
I would fucking concede that point because I do remember playing, like watching my friend play on GameCube when I was like in middle school or whatever, and being legitimately just kind of like creeped out. Like,
Yeah.
Dude, the lab in
it's
Metroid
got some
Prime,
serious vibes.
the
Yeah.
lab in Metroid
Yeah.
Prime is like a genuine like it becomes a horror game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know,
yeah.
if nothing else, I think it makes the prospect of playing and talking about our experiences with Metroid Prime 4 just became way more interesting. Whether it's for the better or worse, like this is not we now know this is not necessarily destined to be a safe what we expected Metroid Prime game. In more ways than just the companion stuff. We've seen
Look,
the
man,
open world aspects, we've seen the motorcycle, we've seen
I'm
like some
excited about the
crazy
motorcycle.
traversal
I'm
shit.
excited about this game.
Dude, I'm saying
I'm
motorcycle. I'm excited about the cool psychic powers.
They're not cool in parentheses, I guess.
We'll the point is we will
the point
all
is
play,
fantasy critics getting really tight, and I like
No,
I need
no,
this
look,
to do good.
I just want to say we don't have to talk about Fantasy Critic tonight. Every time I showed the Let It Die trailer, I said, "Do not pick this up for Fantasy Critic." Every time,
and somebody bid on it.
I know.
Somebody bid on it this week.
It could
it's
be
out
bait,
there.
but I think it's Nolan. And I told y'all, I came to the realization when I showed that trailer last week, I was like, "Oh shit, Nolan not only likes Let It Die a lot, as he should, but he even liked that fucking Deathverse game. He's gonna pick this shit up."
It's possible. We'll find out on Saturday.
And Carlos did the dumbest shit in the world, and now I get to counterpick whatever I want with $2.
I mean, yeah,
So if
also
I
like,
win, blame Carlos and Nolan. Because I can't not counterpick Let It Die, right? That's not going to be a Kingdom Come Deliverance 2 situation.
If it ends up on a list,
what if it is?
That's true. It might not actually end up on a list. It could be just bait or whatever.
All right, guys, we can move on. I just want to say, in a few weeks, we'll all actually get our hands on Metroid Prime 4. And if nothing else, it'll be a fun, interesting conversation. So look forward to that in the weeks to come.
Just like I love like fucking Tomb Raider Underworld, there's not going to be a world where I'm not in like many ways really pleased by what I play. But I'm just letting you know I'm always going to be annoying about this topic. And I'm not proud of it. But just think about it. It's not like this isn't new, right? I love underwater shit. Why do I love underwater shit? Do you even fucking ever wonder that? Or do you just go, "Oh, Brad really likes swimming"? No.
Brad's into water
I thought
sports.
it was like some weird childhood memory.
No,
thing.
It's not. It's fucking
like maybe
atmospheric and it's dangerous and no one can talk to you underwater.
It's Brad's
he remembers
introversion, like it's Brad's severe introversion being converted into videos. Like, no one can talk to you underwater. No. It's the best.
Is the primary reason you like Tomb Raider Underworld that initial water level?
No, I mean, back in the day, I was disappointed that there was no real danger or threat to being underwater like there was in the original Tomb Raider.
Okay, because I'm just saying, like, when I first, there was a video that you asked me to make years ago, and you wanted Tomb Raider Underworld footage, and what you sent me was nothing but you swimming around in the water in that initial level.
I was very excited when they first showed that.
That checks out.
Absolutely.
All right, guys. In an effort to move on here, we don't have to spend a lot of time talking about this. I just want to ask. So I have the Game Award stuff pulled up here. I know there's actually way more categories than I thought.
It's so boring though. Like the same fucking games got nominated in every category.
Are there categories here that you think are of note?
No.
Okay, Game of the Year. Do you at least want to talk about Game of the Year nominations?
Here's what's up.
Not?
No. Well, because Expedition 33 is going to win. It should win.
It
will win.
It is going to win.
It was nominated in every category. The problem is they nominated it in the indie category as well, which is so fucking obnoxious because, like actual indie games are also not going to win that. And fuck off, man. Like, we know it's great, but like every category having the same fucking nominees is so boring.
Well,
It's so boring.
what confuses me, and maybe this was there last year or the year before, I don't remember, but like there's a category for best indie game, and then there's a category for best independent game.
No, there's
Wait,
indie
what?
debut. There's
Indie debut.
best
I'm
indie game
sorry.
and best indie debut.
Okay.
Best indie debut has Blueprints, Clair Obscur,
Yeah, that's the thing.
Despelote,
I
and
thought indie
Dispatch.
debut was like, oh, maybe like a smaller indie game. No, Clair Obscur is in that category.
It's indie
Because it's
debut,
also their first game.
but it's like
Jesus Christ.
it's like a category because they don't want to give a studio that's only put out one game indie game of the year.
So I have no idea.
Yeah,
But
Okay.
I'll tell you this
it's-
much. Fucking where's I mean, I don't know. I'm annoyed. Honestly, I beat Hades 2 and I love it. But
I did
like
too.
I don't even like seeing Hades 2 in these fucking categories. Like, dude, Hades got its love. Like,
Yeah.
stop it. Like, give some other games a fucking chance. Supergiant, it's not even fair. Like, stop it. It's just more Hades. It's exceptional. It's still just more Hades.
It is.
But like, it got
crazy here.
nominated for like best art. Like, fuck off, dude. The art existed in
It is
Hades
really
1.
good
Okay,
art.
stop it.
Yeah, that is a little fucking. I mean, no one's like, by not nominating them for best art does not mean anyone's saying the art is bad. It just means like we've
No.
already been down this road.
We've already seen it.
Like-
Honestly, I feel the same way about Ghost of Yote. Like, look,
Yeah.
the game is beautiful. It's beautiful for the same fucking reason Tsushima is beautiful. Let it go. It's time for.
I mean,
like,
honestly,
they
I
should
feel the
all
same about-
be.
I feel
Yeah.
the same about so just
And
for,
Death
for
Stranding.
clarification, the art direction category is Clair Obscur, Death Stranding 2, Ghost of Yote, Hades 2, and Silksong. I feel like you could say the
That's
same
so
thing
boring.
about every entry in this thing,
What?
except maybe Expedition 33.
Exactly.
Uh,
It's the winner and a bunch of sequels that don't deserve it because they're fucking sequels.
Like they didn't put Blueprints in art direction. Come on,
Dude, well, maybe not art direction, but Blueprints is a game that I think should have been up for Game of the Year. Honestly,
I 100%
because but you know
agree.
what? Silksong and Hades came out, so fuck them, I guess.
My
Because
God,
they're
dude.
they're not they're this is indie enough for us, and apparently that doesn't matter because also Expedition 33 is indie.
I am also
it's
so I thought you were being a little
It's the
hyperbolic
same-
when you talked
no.
about every category having the same things. Like the best score in music looks almost exactly the same as best as game of the year. It's like
Yeah.
and every category I have clicked on has Clair Obscur. And don't get me wrong, again, they're certainly
Deserving.
they're gonna sweep and they deserve to sweep, but
I am,
it's kind of insane. It's kind
I'm
of
actually
insane.
blown away that
I am scared to click on Best
KDC
Mobile
2
Game.
made it into the few categories that they're in. Like, I think it's actually really great that it made it for Game of the Year, nominated for Game of the Year, and even there's another category. Oh, like narrative, right? It's on there for
Wait,
narrative.
which game are you talking about?
KDC 2,
Oh
Kingdom
yeah,
Come
no, dude.
Deliverance 2. Like,
Yeah,
and that's great.
yeah.
But like
I'm s-
why? How come no one from KDC 2 is in best performance?
That
Did
is
you
crazy.
really need
Yeah.
3 people from Clair Obscur? Charlie Cox,
Wait,
really?
whoa,
really?
hold on.
That
Where
is Jeff wanting Hollywood in the seats.
where is best performance? There it is. Okay, best performance is
Like, I could see
my
Mael and
God.
Verso, Gustav. Come on.
what the okay.
Like,
Also,
where's
also,
Henry? Well, we actually.
Troy Baker is here for
Just
Indiana
a
Jones.
fuzzy-
Indiana Jones was
fuzzy-
last year,
fuzzy-
or is that because it came out
Fuzzy
after
December. Fuzzy December. Fuzzy
Fuzzy
December.
December.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Yeah. The Game Awards made that official. But like, you know,
Yeah.
it's so disrespectful, right? Because a December game's never gonna win because it only kind of counts, right?
Konatsu
Although I
Kato
could see Troy if
for
Troy,
Silent Hill
Troy
F.
Baker wins, that I would riot if Troy Baker won.
I mean,
100%.
like with this lineup, it should be someone from Clair Obscur.
Yeah.
It's gonna be Jennifer
Um,
English, I think. But like, or no, it could be actually it could be Verse. It could be
Ben Starr.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it could be Ben Starr. But like,
I mean,
how amazing is it that like between Shadowheart and now Mael, like she like fuck Troy Baker. Like,
I
come
will
on.
say this: Troy Baker does do a phenomenal job of impersonating Harrison
Yeah,
Ford.
and
It
it's an
is
impersonation,
crazy.
though. Yeah, I know.
But it does. I mean, I think it is worthy of praise because I was genuinely jaw on the floor.
December
like,
don't
oh
count.
my god.
Fuzzy December's crazy though. The golden joysticks like are already over. Like they did their award show halfway through November, which is embarrassing. Like I think there's a lot of things that make our this industry embarrassing, and I think doing award shows in November is just another one of them.
It also might be embarrassing
Because like
that
any
they
other
didn't include
respectable industry would be like, well, obviously the year's not over. We're gonna do it like in February or whatever, right?
They also didn't put Lumines in best VR, which
because
I think
it's not popular enough. It's a popularity contest. If anything, this
is.
shows you that like Kingdom Come Deliverance 2 is more popular than we think, and it is. That game was huge.
I really hope. I do. Don't put your pitchfork down, Chris Davis, because I do think Clair Obscur should wipe the floor with a lot of these categories. But I'm really hoping that Kingdom Come Deliverance 2 can at least pull at least one of them, and I think Best RPG is maybe the best category. For
What else is up for RPG? Best RPG though.
Avowed, Clair Obscur, Kingdom Come Deliverance 2, Monster Hunter Wilds, and The Outer Worlds 2.
So you're right. They do sometimes use those categories as like pity awards to like, instead of a full sweep. So I could
Kingdom
see
Come
that.
Deliverance 2 deserves to pick some shit up.
I mean, I agree.
Even if it's just one.
I understand that, but the Lumen system from Clair Obscur and everything you could do there was really fucking cool.
But there's actual role playing
and also don't forget, there's actual role playing in Kingdom Come Deliverance 2, and also don't forget, we've talked about this many times, how unbalanced Clair Obscur is ultimately, where you can like over level really easily and then just like beat the final boss in like one hit, and how it just like throws the balance off.
I mean, but that's the coolness of the system as well.
But like no,
I basically one hitted the final boss.
I've been a little frustrated with Nick this year about him ever since he's played KDC 2. That's been his game of the year with the bullet, and it will be that.
It will be.
But here's
100%.
the thing. Here's the thing. I always do this circling back late year finishing up. I've been playing a shit ton of KDC 2, and he's right. Like I don't know if it's going to be my game of the year. I think honestly, I think Blueprints still might be my favorite game of the year. But
that's
like
up there for me too.
It was always, I think I had like Clair Obscur like as number 2 maybe, or even 1. And this is before I played Silk Song. I mean, like there's a lot of contenders for me. But what I'm saying is, I hope that KDC 2 wins some shit over Clair Obscur, and I think it deserves it. I think Clair Obscur is not the best RPG.
Also, it feels weird saying this, but like given what we've already talked about, I hope there's a pity category in here somewhere for Silk Song, because with the way this looks, it almost feels like Silk Song is not going to win anything, which would be crazy.
I mean, but like remember, people hate Silk Song now because it's too hard.
Because people are wrong.
I don't. To me, it's not even fair.
Actually,
because it's a sequel and it's Hollow Knight, right? It's the same way I feel about Hades, but like in a lot of these categories, like Silk Song absolutely clowns the other fucking nominees.
Silk Song
truly.
Silk Song might get the Best Action Adventure Game award.
Yeah, because it deserves it. Like,
it's up against Death Stranding 2, Ghost of Yotei, Indiana Jones.
You conveniently picked the one category that Clair Obscur is not nominated in.
You just said that you wanted a pity category for Silk Song, motherfucker.
I want Silk Song to win. I want Silk Song to win against
Chris Davis. Crispy.
What about Death Stranding 2?
But it's a sequel. It's a sequel.
No, you guys didn't play it. It's a beautiful, awesome. Shut up! There's trains this time.
For sequel, it's a sequel.
I fully intend to go.
An electric guitar. Shut up.
I fully intend to.
You surf on a coffin, guys. God damn it! No, you don't understand. Like the mountain section of this game is on another level than the first game. Like
I believe you.
You know what? And here's the deal. This is why we enjoy doing our own award ceremony at the end of every year, because we're the real deal. We'll talk. This is
going to be extremely hard for me to pick my favorite game of the year this year.
Extremely hard. It's going to be really hard for me to pick my number 9 and my number 10.
Oh, no one cares about your number 9.
I know what my number 10 is.
Everyone cares about Nick's number 11 is what it is.
Can I also say, wait, there's an elephant in the room here. and it's Dispatch. And it's the fact that, like, of the people, like when they were doing the nominations or whatever, like there was like 1, maybe 2 episodes of Dispatch out, and it hadn't even really built up steam.
Did they not get
But like,
nominated?
but the thing
They did.
is, they're counting it for this year. But like by nomination time, it got nominated in almost no categories because the love wasn't there yet. And I feel bad because now the love is there, and it's not, at least for these stupid fucking awards, not going to get the credit it deserves. But I think at the end of the year, I think it will. We do need to move on. Holy shit.
I do want to just throw this out there. I think it's really awesome that Silent Hill F has been nominated for a few categories, even though it probably won't
Dude,
win.
even best performance. I love that they nominated. Is that the Japanese voice actress? And not
so,
or
yes.
the English voice actress. I don't actually know.
That's actually a good question. Maybe somebody in chat knows. I don't know off the top of my head.
But I love that they nominated. Like, I am really rooting for Silent Hill F in any category it's in, which is only a couple. But I love that it was in narrative and performance, because usually performance picks are just like
it's the Japanese one,
Hollywood. Oh, see, that's really cool.
That's cool.
That's really
a good
cool.
move. That's a smart move. Even though I've been playing the entire game in English, but
when is the Game Awards this year?
I'm a lazy bitch.
What's the date?
December 11th.
December 11th. Okay, so we've got.
So we will, of course,
we'll have one show before that happens, so we can do like a prediction.
What if I
play
play Metroid Prime 4 in Japanese?
Yeah.
Ooh, there we go.
Might just be even more annoying in Japanese.
No, I'm turning the audio off.
All right, guys. Before we why don't we before we take our break, how are we doing on time? Oh well,
let's just go. Let's do Nick. Let's just go.
Let's do Dispatch. Let's talk about Dispatch. We're getting into it. We talked a little bit about last week. At the time, Chris Davis and Brad had played it. Now Crispy and Chris Davis have both finished it. I have only played 1 episode, but at least I feel like I can be part of the conversation now.
I'm still only 1 episode Andy over here. So
are you serious? You've only played
me
one
and Brad
episode?
Dude, I've been playing other shit. I'm gonna get to it. I asked Malia if she
that
wanted
long. Okay.
Well, I've been playing other shit.
I finished Hades 2 and decided to play the first episode of Dispatch last night, even though my brain was pulling me towards other things because I am overwhelmed right now. But I did want to be part of this conversation, and I do have every intention of actually playing through the rest of Dispatch now, because this game's pretty good. This game's pretty fucking good.
It's pretty good for just the first few episodes, and then it ramps up, man. It just keeps getting better.
Okay, so Crispy, I feel like I should kind of like real quick kind of turn it over to you, because I do know you had not touched it last week. We had a conversation about it kind of from
I mean, I was aware of it.
And now you've like
I
blown
heard
through
a lot of the buzz, but I didn't know. Yeah, I didn't know the details of the story really, or what the gameplay was like, and I hadn't touched it, and I wasn't making time for it. We talked about it. We watched some footage. I decided I was in a good place for it because, I mean, look, after work yesterday, I went and bought like fucking $30 in comic books. Like,
hell yeah,
I'm in a fucking superhero.
So that's like
movie,
3 issues.
No, that was like 6. Yeah, I don't know. That was okay.
Crispy's
but
in the mood.
Nice haul, pretty nice haul. I got that new Batman Deadpool.
What the fuck? That's a thing?
Yeah, it's a Marvel DC crossover.
Oh yeah,
Batman, but it's a bunch of different character crossovers. The main story is just Batman and Deadpool, and I got the variant cover where it's Batman holding Deadpool's dead body like Superman holding Supergirl, except Batman's laughing instead of going no, like
oh no.
Nice.
Yeah, that's great. Anyway,
okay.
I loved it. I loved it. I loved this match. It was so good. It is very well written. And not just like from a plotting perspective, but from like a character and performance perspective, like the relationships, the psychology behind the characters, the themes that the story is kind of trying to
you mean the boys? It's like the boys.
It's not the boys.
Look, I don't even think the boys is bad. I just don't really care for it. I just don't. It's just not my thing. I read the comic. And
I think it's the easy comparison to make because The Boys is like the new hotness right now, and
yeah,
there's like some very
but
superficial
The Boys is like
comparisons to be made here.
The Boys is well,
Oh, it
it
is.
was maybe like a couple years
I mean, it's
ago.
ending
But The
now.
Boys is also The Boys is doing that thing where like a lot of mainstream exposure to superheroes is through like kind of a deconstructionist lens because superheroes are so inherently silly and so inherently just like vibes based that like people kind of just still naturally look down on it. It's like interacting with professional wrestling, you can do it, but like if you're not part of that circle, you're probably going to come at it from this like anthropological viewpoint of like, this is weird, huh? Like, this is kind of a weird thing. Like, wouldn't Superman be really weird if he was real? Like, you know what I mean? Like, yeah, he probably would. It's not that interesting though. Like, we've seen it, and Watchmen exists. So, like, if you're really trying to like deconstruct the idea of like masked crime fighters, like somebody did.
I feel like
already
after
like,
one episode of Dispatch, and maybe I'm
Dispatch
totally
is
off
not
base
that.
here.
Dispatch is not that.
Well, no, I'm just saying.
Like
I'm just saying
trying
if you
Dispatch is trying to like make a sincere go at like telling a story about superheroes, but it is setting that story specifically in like Los Angeles, right? So it's trying to integrate like the culture and the vibe of Los Angeles into these superheroes. I mean, it's almost akin to like Marvel setting all their heroes in New York, right? Like New York kind of becomes part of the texture and the tone of that story, and I would say there's a lot of that in Dispatch,
Yeah. I mean, I was just saying that like if you were, for people who have never played it and they were looking for like an easy like pop culture comparison, I feel like after one episode, I feel like this has more in common with something like Watchmen than it does with The Boys, because everyone points to The Boys.
Why? Well,
but I've only played one episode, so that might totally go out
because
the window.
I think you're only saying that because that you're putting like Watchmen and The Boys in like a good bad binary, and I don't think that works.
I don't even think that's the case because I think I like them both for different reasons.
I do too. I you know what I think? You know what I really think? I think this is most like the Venture Brothers. This is the kind of humor that like the Venture Brothers does, and it's also like they treat the subject matter in this like way of like, yes, it's ridiculous, but like we're coming at it from a really sincere, vulnerable place where like what is ridiculous about it is that these are still real people who have like the same real foibles and the same real sort of flaws and challenges that normal characters do, and it's about kind of dealing with those two things in a serious but really fun and often fucked up way.
Right.
Yeah, like the Venture Brothers, nobody has done it like that. Nobody's done it like that. But this has that vibe.
World Teller in chat throws out Ben Stiller's classic Mystery Men.
I do like that movie, but it's pretty. That movie's not really trying to say anything. It doesn't really.
Can I ask you I mean, there's the elephant in the room here. Do you love this game because you just really love the YouTubers Jacksepticeye and Moist Critical?
Dude, I didn't even really realize that's what was going on until the end. Like, I kept hearing Sonar, and I was going, why does he... I know this voice. What is this? And same thing with Punch Up too. Like Punch Up,
Top of the morning to you.
I was like, who did they? Yeah, and then when I realized, I just heard like Happy Wheels, and I was like, oh my god! Like
I didn't hear it at all. I didn't
realize that that's what was going on. Even like if you guys hadn't told me that was what's this, Aaron Paul playing.
Yeah.
Dude,
it
we
did
talked
not sound
about
like
last
Aaron
week.
Paul.
We talked about that last week, and I got to that entire first episode, and I was like, this voice acting is so good. And then I was like, oh shit, that's Aaron Paul. I've been hearing him the entire episode, and I didn't realize.
Listen, it does not really sound like him. And even acknowledging that I think Aaron Paul's a good actor who's done a lot of really good work that I've seen and been like, he's a good actor. This is up there. Like he's like doing some stuff here that's
pose
real.
This conspiracy theory to you guys? Maybe the way you get good performances out of real Hollywood is to make them think it's going to be an actual show and then like secretly turn it into a video game.
Dude,
Well, this was going to be a
that
show.
is
Possible.
what I
I
is where this
know!
conversation's going, because that's what I want to talk about, because like this game really kind of finally proved to me that like I just don't really respect point and click action games as like
Telltale games?
as a video game. Yeah, I don't think that's like a good video game. It's not anything I've ever liked because of the gameplay. It's only something I've ever liked because of the story, which, you know, maybe
Yeah,
you're saying
I
like
completely
no
agree.
shit because all it is story, but yeah, also no shit, all it is story. And this story even in particular. Now, maybe not all point and click action adventure games are like this, but I feel like this story, let me tell you something. I finished my playthrough. I made all the decisions that I made. I finished the playthrough and I was like, that was great. But I don't feel like I needed to be a part of most of those decisions, because the other decision was just like, yeah, it was so obvious that that's what should happen here. Like, if the story is about redemption, then this is what needs to happen. Right? This is what this character has to do. This is like what is going to, you know, like the end, the last episode, you have this big showdown with the villain that you encounter in the beginning of the big shroud, right? You have this interaction with him that really is just gonna kind of define, you know,
what the story means,
what
to
he
you,
chooses
or
to
what...
do in that interaction, and how his relationship with Invisigirl ends up, like what he kind of ends up meaning to her. Both mean a lot to like the integrity of the themes of the story, and I can't imagine getting a satisfying story where like they turn out the other way.
Did you happen
know
to
what I
look
mean?
up what happens if you make the opposite choices?
Now, I did kind of poke around a little bit, and I did see that things can go pretty differently. And like even some things that I didn't think could be different. And there were things that like I had gotten outcomes that like I'm not even really sure how I got them. Because of like a certain combination of choices I made, but also it's like, and then there's also outcomes that I think kind of don't matter. I don't know how to talk about this. Like, okay, so like let me without, I'm not gonna like name names, but like I want to talk about like kind of how characters get shuffled around a little bit. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Like there is a point, because this whole thing is like you're doing corporate dispatching for corporate superheroes, right? So they're all technically like employees of this company that you work for, and you're their supervisor. And there comes a point where they're like, all right, you got to cut someone. Like we need the bottom performer out, and you got to cut someone. And there's two characters that you get to pick between. And honestly, I didn't even know that was such a hard coded like choice. I really thought there was maybe a secret third option where I could just be like, I'm not cutting anybody, fuck you, you know. They kind of like it like part of the story and the theme kind of feels like they're building him up to like defend these people, you know, to be like a good boss is to be like, you know, on the line. But no, it really is like you got to pick one, and then when you cut one of those heroes, they're out. Like you don't use them for the rest of the game, they're out. And someone else on the team is pissed at you because of it.
Yeah.
And you have to kind of like win them back. And
That's
like
classic Walking Dead.
Sure.
Kind of stuff.
Sure. But there's a like the story wraps it up in a way where even that like wayward character is still kind of like part of what's going on, and gets like a satisfying resolution that doesn't feel like this is a story about redemption that had to cut one of the characters, you know, to give all the other characters redemption, you know?
Yeah.
There's a satisfying conclusion, but if you don't make the right choices, or like you fuck up a certain gameplay element, then no, it's not. And then you're just kind of like, okay, well, you can't save everyone, I guess. And like that, like you can't save everyone, I guess, is not really a position I want a superhero story to take, you know? Because then it's like, well, what are we doing here, you know? Spy stories are like, you can't save everyone. Like war stories are you can't save everyone. This is like superheroes. The whole point of superheroes is you can save everyone. Like,
it's how you save everybody that ends up making them interesting. You
It
know what I
made
mean?
sense with like The Walking Dead, but by the time they got from like to like Tales from the Borderlands, it's like, well, what are we doing here? It's
and
it
like
doesn't
this
really
kind of
even fit the tone.
story, this kind of story should have a certain theming and a certain tone that like maybe I don't know. Like when I finished playing this, I was like, that was incredible. I just wish this was like an 8-part animated
Mini
series.
But remember, like even
and
when it was a Netflix show, it still was going to be like a
I know it
Bandersnatch.
still had this like interactive element. Bandersnatch was built around this idea of like choice versus destiny versus like metaphysics. Like the Bandersnatch story supported that, right?
Oh.
This is just a story. And like the dispatch element, like what we're seeing on screen here, like the part where you're actually just like bossing everybody around, was really fun. I really liked it, and I kind of wish it was more robust.
Right?
It's not that deep. I wish it was a little more robust, but like by the time you get to the last episode, they're like the story has made it where like that section's pretty hard, and performing poorly in that section has irreversible story consequences. You know what I mean?
Okay, can I? Because so I finished the first episode last night, and I was immediately kind of enthralled and in love with it.
Yeah.
But the big takeaway from it was like, man, as soon as it started having me do like the dispatch stuff, I was like, I just want to get back to like the interactive storytelling.
Yeah.
Like
Absolutely.
that was so good.
I
and I'm
mean,
just like wondering how much of the game is the actual dispatch.
They
stuff.
throw in
I
different ways to do the dispatch sequences. Each one is a little bit different from one to the other. And the character dialogue that doesn't really feel that good in the first dispatch sequence, it gets better as the game goes on. Because you build a relationship with these characters.
It still has time to win. It still has time to win me over.
I think when you're like, here's the thing, like these dispatch sequences are the only part of this game that really feels like it succeeds in giving me a space to role play Robert. You know what I mean? Like the rest of it, making me make the choice of whether or not Robert should kiss Invisigal or kiss Blonde Bombshell or whatever, or kiss fucking Phenomenon. Blonde Blazer. I'm sorry, or kiss Phenomenon or whatever. Like that doesn't feel like I'm role playing. It feels like they want it to be that like it feels like the goal of this kind of game is to put you in a character's shoes and make you role play. But I don't feel like I'm role playing because I'm not inhabiting a character. Like Robert is this guy that I am learning about and understanding, and I'm trying to.
You're
make
taking a
choices that
test
I
to see
can-
how much you understand the character.
I'm
Like,
trying to take a test. Yeah, I'm trying to guide Robert through like what I think the theme of the story is, right? But that doesn't really feel like role play in the way that like an RPG does, like in the way that Kingdom Come Deliverance does, you know?
Slade
Like-
says illusion of choice, which is not an illusion because your
Yeah.
choices do have consequences, but like
It does have
like,
consequences,
there
and I
are-
do think you can end up with a story that's like maybe not as good as, you know, another
I don't want to
version.
hear that. I don't want to hear that.
I think you can end up with a story that's a little more like, "Yeah, we tried, but you know, whatever." You know, sometimes you fuck up, I guess. Okay, I don't know if that's what I want out of a superhero story. Like, you know,
I don't want to play the game. You know, every single
I
Telltale
know,
game I've ever
I know.
played, I've played with Malia, and as
When you
soon as
look
they
this
give you
up-
control over the character, I give her the controller, and I'm like,
when
I don't
you
want to do
look
this.
up on YouTube, the playthroughs are all like dispatch entire series playthrough best choices, and it's like, okay, what do you mean by that? First of all, second of
Yeah,
all,
there's-
I do believe there's best choices. Third of all, I've been watching the discourse about like, oh, who did you cut versus like who did you kiss on Twitter, and like, I can't believe like. I really wish you guys had played the last episode. There is a classic
We'll get there.
superhero moment
Yeah.
at the end of the series where you have to make a choice that really kind of defines the whole tone of the whole story.
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of people are just like, no, he touched my dog. I'm John Wick. I like John Wick. Fuck off. Like, seriously, fuck off. You're stupid. Like, you're just dumb. I'm sorry.
That is fucking. I'm also low key terrified that I'm gonna make a choice that Crispy's gonna judge me forever for.
Like
That's
the
just this
number of people
podcast,
that were
right?
just like, he touched beef. Like, he touched beef. I don't care. I don't want to hear it. He touched beef. Like, oh, yeah, okay, because first of all, you respect a dog more than you do any human you've ever met in your life. Like, I get it. Like, you're just a miserable misanthrope. Like,
I will agree with you that it felt a little weird how that became like that penultimate like decision thing that you do.
Okay.
But also like
I feel like we're getting really close to
No, it doesn't. It doesn't. The choice before that, where he's like, God damn it! Why won't you guys fucking play games? Like,
bitch, you binge this shit. People have been talking about Dispatch in our Discord for weeks and weeks, and you binge it in one night.
Like, they set it up in a way where it's like, okay, you can either obey the villain or you can try to trick the villain, or he's already told you that neither of those are going to work out for you. Yeah, I know. I'm sorry.
We're getting way too close.
I'm sorry.
Spoil.
I'm sorry. But like, that is a really cool choice that goes different ways and turns out differently and is interesting in each section, right? But then there's another choice after that where, like, they're giving you Spider-Man. They're giving you Batman. They're giving you fucking Captain America. They're giving you Superman. And you have to say either, like, yeah, that's cool, or like, no, my favorite movie is John Wick. Like, I
have no idea what Crispy's talking about, but I am totally on his side.
You will, once you watch it.
Well, the good news is I don't like John Wick, so.
Okay, listen.
Can I say I respect
Can we move on before y'all talk me out of playing this?
No.
Because at this
I
point,
just respect Crispy as a human being who did not have to, give birth to another human to decide that humans are worth more than a random person's dog. I'm sorry. I hate to say it, but
what, you
true.
hate to say what? What? I didn't follow.
You lost
are
me.
you talking shit to me? I'm like, I was.
No, what I'm saying is, like,
for a second there.
like it's the whole thing of like, yeah, I would rather save this human stranger versus my own dog.
Yeah.
Because a human life is worth more. I'm sorry. but see, the thing is, I've had children. I respect Crispy as someone who has not had children to also believe like a normal human being.
If the whole point of the story is that Robert doesn't feel like a hero, but he comes from a legacy of heroes, and he is being thrust into this group of losers. That's the first episode, Nick! He's been thrust into this group of losers. Should the story end with him being a hero?
Okay,
Nick,
guys,
these are major themes.
We are teetering on the edge of spoiler. Like at this point, I feel like I'm not going in blind anymore.
All right.
You want to have you want to have the spoiler
cast. You played the first episode, Nick.
No,
I know, but now I feel like I know what happens in episode 8.
No, you don't.
Someone's gonna hurt his dog, and I'm gonna have to choose whether to go John Wick on his ass or not.
You want to have the concluding conversation about Dispatch. I get it. You're frustrated, but we can't. We can't right now.
Look, I thought I was doing y'all a favor by playing the first episode last night, but apparently that was not enough. But I feel like I would have been in trouble if I hadn't even touched it.
You did
yourself
a favor, bro.
No, what I'm saying is, I made the decision to prioritize playing the first episode of Dispatch last night when I feel like there was no right answer, because unless I finished the game,
I mean, it's
Crispy's
like,
mad at me.
Do you think
you're normal?
No, I'm
Nick,
not
you're
mad
fine.
at you. I'm mad at like we're not okay. I'm sorry.
He can't have the conversation he wants to have.
We're not having an interesting conversation. We're having a, oh my god, don't tell me things. Like,
don't say that.
Like, because does Superman fight Lex Luthor in the third act of Superman? I don't know. I haven't watched it yet. Come on.
Well, no, it's just that I know that he has a dog, and now I know that something's going to happen to the dog, and that's going to be critical in the final decisions.
Dude, fuck the dog. Like, just play the game. So much crazier shit happens. Like,
but John Wick, I love John Wick.
Nick, I beat this game 2.5 hours ago, and
don't.
I understand Crispy's frustration. I just saying that just give it another.
The funny thing is, he's frustrated.
I'm trying to convince.
I know. Everybody, stop trying to calm down, Nick. We're fine. We're not talking about this. We're just having a new conversation.
Everybody, shut the fuck up for a second. Everybody, shut the fuck up for a second. I played this first episode last night, and I was smitten. I'm in love. I'm ready to keep going. I have every intention of finishing this.
What was the last thing you saw? What was the last scene?
The first episode.
I don't remember where the first episode ends.
She leaves him on the billboard, and then he goes home, and
after she tries to recruit him, right?
Yeah,
Yes.
and he goes home and he's going to bed and he's contemplating the job.
Right.
That's the last thing that happens.
Because the whole thing is like, hey, we'll help you fix your suit. We'll get you back into being Mecha Man if you come work for us, right?
Yes.
Why does he want to be Mecha Man again?
I know. Look, I get that. I know what you're saying. I believe what you're saying. I understand. I'm just saying you're frustrated despite the fact that you played it and loved
I'm
it.
frustrated that this is a video game. Yes, I agree.
Yeah.
Dude, let's
Okay.
harass Nick so much that he never plays it like Tales from the Borderlands. Remember, he only played that one episode, and then out of
You never
spite,
even got to Ashley Johnson's part in Tales of the Borderland, did you?
out of spite,
Oh, the part that would have cemented it in your heart forever.
Y'all ruined it. Y'all fucking ruined it.
Ashley
no,
Johnson's
you played
best
yourself.
role.
It's like a Baldur's Gate 3
Ashley
situation.
Johnson's best
where
role.
You
and
didn't
you
have the
just,
heart
like,
or the care to
decided-
do it yourself, so you blamed it
Yes,
on
I
others.
am counting Ellie from Last of Us. Better than Ellie.
Okay, both of y'all are saying things that I think are outrageous, and I just want to move
Yeah,
on.
because you
but
didn't fucking
factual.
play it,
but
Nick.
factual. You didn't play Tales from the Borderlands because you didn't like it as much as we did.
I also don't. Oh, God, do we have to?
Yeah.
No, we don't. Please, I want to talk about Absolum.
Well, we can do that after the fucking break, guys.
I
We're gonna
thought
take a break.
I thought we were a one-segment show.
No, dude, we're not.
Okay, well then
Shut the
fake
fuck up.
break. Fake break, right?
We're taking a bathroom break. God damn it! When we come
We're
back,
taking a Nick's gonna go scream in his pillow for 5 seconds break.
I don't even know
want
how
a
this.
break where
I don't know
everyone
how
takes
this. I don't know how this conversation about dispatch went from like something really exciting and like making me happy and excited to play a game to me wanting
Because
to
I
scream into
rage
pillow.
like a fire inside, Nick,
Yes,
and I didn't
yes.
want to tell you that this was gonna be like kind of a difficult conversation, but this game's brilliant. It's my number 10 game of the year. Like, but I wish
Your
it wasn't a
number
video
one.
game.
Your number one game of the
It's not my number 1 game because it can't be because it's not a fucking video game.
What's a bad
Guys,
video game?
Guys, we'll be back after this short break.
Okay, and
Fucking hell!
I want it to be actually short, not like Chris Davis waits for everybody to go to the bathroom and then he decides to go.
Well, you know,
like,
Brad,
let's-
maybe if you had listened to me when I was trying to get your attention to say we need to start the show, and it was like we've been doing trailer talk for almost an
Wait.
hour.
You're putting that shit on me. These other guys were the
Yeah.
ones. Chris Davis was in control of the trailers. I didn't say keep going.
I kept.
You said skip
You know
this
what?
and he kept going.
No, I'm not. I'm not even gonna try.
What is the podcast number?
856.
I like I bet this game is so fucking sick too. If you like the romance option thing, I bet that's completely interchangeable. I bet they're both great, and that is a complete like
The best role
You know,
playing
just
games
your
have great
tastes, right?
options on all sides.
Look,
Great
I'm worried. The conversation started getting weird when it was like the John Wick thing came up because I wasn't thinking about John Wick, but like
I know.
we started talking about the value of life, and I was like, I don't want to go there.
But like, it's a fucking superhero story. What do you mean? That's the one conversation we're always having in a superhero story.
Nick,
I know, but it's never whatever.
I'll say this: if you can
This
get,
isn't Suicide Squad, by the way.
if you
He
can
does
get,
It's not
need
Suicide Squad.
Convincing.
if you can
Chris
get
Davis.
to the end of episode 6, you will finish the
You're
game
sa-
and you will be
You're
very
saying
happy.
that like I have no intention of finishing the game.
know,
Y'all
I
are
know,
the
I know.
ones who
Just
are going to
stop.
talk me out of playing this.
We're not.
I had already
talking-
convinced myself
I'm
that I was
not-
going to play it.
No, stop. We're not.
I'm walking
We're
away.
not.
Do it.
We're not.
Y'all
Chris
are
Davis is an old
acting
man
like
who contributes to a conversation 5 minutes after it's over. All right, it's not. We're fine.
I
We're
can't
fine.
get a
We're fine.
fucking word in edgewise.
I know.
I don't think he can finish it. I'm just kidding. I'm kidding. It is unhinged he brought that up because at no point did you even suggest that you weren't going to continue playing. We know.
I'm just saying. Trust me that there's an interesting conversation to be had.
Yeah.
You don't have
But like
to.
also like crispy,
we had an
yeah, don't
interesting
discount the
conversation.
first part of the conversation, which was completely
no.
fine.
I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that. I said my piece. I said everything I wanted to say about this game. I love
I
it.
played
I
the first episode
genuinely
last night 'cause I
love
love
this
you
game.
guys.
I genuinely love these characters. I genuinely think the performances are like too good. Like this game is some aspects of this game are too good for what it is.
Yeah, I get what he's saying.
And if they want to do like 5 more seasons of this, I'm fucking there. Also, I had the fucking idea for a superhero whose whole thing was that he was a mech pilot like 3 years ago. I fucking Yeah.
Just so you know, I got in bed last night with the intention of playing the second episode, and it said Chris Davis was playing, so I couldn't.
Oh, I just can't believe that if you like Taylor Swift, like your story's probably not going to be very good in Dispatch.
To do with anything.
No, but that's what I'm saying. The
It's so funny because I know exactly what Crispy's talking about, and it's hilarious to me that he's frustrated about people's choices at the
No,
end
I'm
of that
not
game.
talking. I'm not talking about the love interest thing.
No, I'm talking about like
Okay,
your
all right.
frustration with the John Wick stuff. Like,
Look.
I know. But just stop. Just stop.
but yeah, you are talking about. Yeah.
But these characters, who they are, like even just their like powers.
Apparently, Jeffrey Wright sucks because no one even brought him up.
Jeffrey Wright's fucking great. He's great in
Who
it.
does Jeffrey Wright
Yeah,
play in this?
He
Oh my
plays.
God.
He plays Chase.
I don't think I've met him yet.
Yeah.
You haven't met him yet because he appears in episode 2.
But I think they've mentioned him.
But he's
Oh,
in the
I
demo.
don't-
You
I don't-
didn't play the demo.
He was
Oh,
on the
I don't know
same
if you could hear
team.
me.
He was on the same
Yeah, we
team
hear
as
you.
Mecha Man Astral.
I don't know if you could hear me, Chris Davis, but you robbed me of playing episode 2 last night.
I heard you, and I don't fucking care because I got to finish the game, and you can now play it to your heart's content.
Yeah. You
I
cheap
will.
bitch.
If we
It's
finish
30
this game
bucks.
before
Just give it to
midnight,
him.
If we finish this game before midnight, or this podcast before midnight, I will play the second
Should
episode
this
tonight.
have just been a show? Yes, absolutely. It should have just been a show.
Dispatch is the new Baldur's Gate 3. Can we please start
Can
recording?
you stop saying that shit? That's the reason you're making me mad. I'll
It
be
doesn't
right
even
back.
make sense. That makes it even.
You didn't
funnier.
finish. Oh, right.
Damn it! He
I was
pulled
like, how
up
could
Chris
you be mad?
Davis. He waited to go pee. Damn it! Guess I'll pee.
He doesn't want
Just-
to overload the pipes.
Crispy, I
doesn't
really
wanna-
want to talk about it. That was a fun game. Even if it wasn't a game.
I also I'm really conflicted about that opinion because it isn't a game, but also the Dispatch game portions of it are fun. Like I
Yeah.
really when you I don't know. Like I was making decisions about characters based on how well they had performed. Not like how well the game said they were doing or like how oh, I sent Coupe out on a lot of missions and she always succeeded. She always got me results. I trust her. You know,
She was my most
sent
used
out
character,
fucking-
yeah.
her and fucking Punch Up were both my workhorses. Like I could rely
They're
on
pretty good.
those two.
Although I
for
was
any-
surprised by Waterboy and Malevola. I did not expect that combination to work.
Dude, Waterboy was the one. Waterboy was the one that made me like when I was like, "Who the fuck is that?" And it was Joel Haver, and then I realized everybody was a fucking YouTuber. Like this is insane.
I don't
but
know
they're
half
all
of
great.
these people.
Dude, the part where Punch Up's just running around punching people in the dick, like it
So
shouldn't be
fucking
funny,
good.
but it is. It's so good. It's so good. Flambe, incredible, like bravo, like
Oh,
Flambe,
the
incredible.
karaoke is so fucking good.
The karaoke bit when he's like, "Would I make a fool of myself singing Celine Dion?" And he's like, "Well, are you Celine Dion?" He said, "No." Then yes.
Yes.
Fuck, he's right.
Can I ask? All right, save it for the
Upper
spoiler
left.
cast. Hey,
Okay, the lamps. Just when you understand the lamps, when you see the lamps, that's the part that's like melted my fucking heart. Like,
okay.
The lamps are good.
I
it's
don't
such a
mean to
funny
like
bit, and it's so
wrench
hard.
the steering wheel, Crispy. I think it's
Okay, what
kind of bad that you have not played Kingdom Come Deliverance 2. And I think you
know.
should find time to play that.
There's a lot. I haven't played Claire Obscura.
Who cares?
I haven't gotten nearly as far as I should have in Blueprints. Like, yeah,
Who
there's a
cares?
lot- I know.
Aren't you
I'm
a
back.
KDC guy?
I was. I mean, I mean, I think Fantasy Critic kind of made me a KDC guy, but that first game was good.
That's what I'm saying.
That first game was definitely one of those games that I played hard for like 2 weeks in a very like transitional period in my life where I also didn't have like a game that I was playing and I just needed something to distract myself, and that Kingdom Come Deliverance playthrough was a lot of fun. Was really like a vacation. Like
I added 2 games to the Steam family, by the way.
Can I boot Trails in the
Are-
Sky from this podcast, Nick?
Sure.
Thanks.
preempt it.
In
He's
fact,
like,
we can save it
I
for
really.
next week."
Nick's like, I really wanted to hear about it though.
Mega Bonk, Sectori, and Cleared Hot.
What are you looking at? Sounds like
I'm looking at
those are the
trailer
games that he
gameplay
just
list.
added to the library.
Yeah.
Those are the
You
3
bought all
newest
those?
games in the library. Oh, this was Carlos who did
Mega Bonk. I bought Mega Bonk.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah?
Secretary and Cleared Hot.
Oh.
Why did you buy Sectori?
It's on Game Pass.
It looks really cool.
Yeah,
He's
but
like, it's on Game Pass, so I
no,
loved it.
this
so I
is
bought it.
so.
Oh, Mega Bonk is
Wait,
the
you
fucking
like a big fucking Resogun guy or something? Super Stardust HD?
It was
Like,
pitched to
what
me
are
that
you
it was
talking
like
about?
it was pitched to me that it was like Geometry Wars.
Yeah. Are you a big Geometry Wars guy?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, we on the podcast you've never mentioned this.
Well, I've never had. No,
I'm sure
I
he
have.
has.
I'm probably like one of 20 people on the planet that played Geometry Wars 3.
I don't think that's true.
3. Okay,
Mega
I was about
Bonk
to be
makes
like,
time disappear.
No, 2 was the weird one. Well, no,
No,
3
3
is
is
weird as
the
well.
weird one.
3 started as a mobile game, right, or some shit.
No, 3 is a fully 3D game.
I know.
bullshit.
Or like you go around the objects or something, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, but they were just knocking off that. That's just
Could you gentlemen
Super
stop talking about
Stardust
video
HD.
games
That's
so
just
we
Super
can record our
Stardust.
video game podcast?
Yeah, okay. I'm hitting record.
I am recording.
Oh,
That was a
you
knockoff
record.
of
I think knockoff is a strong
Housemarque. Dude, that's the
accusation.
house. Dude, Super Stardust was doing that 3D object thing long before Geometry Wars.
Are you
Yeah.
recording, Chris Davis?
Yes, I am.
All right.
Resogun?
Roll. Shut up, Brad. Roll call for the second segment starts now. Brad.
Yo, what up, Nick? Am I still robotic?
Crispy.
Hello.
Chris Davis.
The connection has gotten better as time went on.
It has. It has. All right. Welcome back to the show, everybody. We've cooled our jets. We're back.
Have we?
Brad has ceremoniously killed a game that we had on the agenda for the night.
I didn't kill it.
Not
We're talking about it next
not Absolum though. That is definitely still on the agenda. We're going to talk about Absolum and then wrap up with the 4-player minute.
Honestly, I can't like stomach the embarrassment of y'all ignoring the Trails in the Sky series anymore. Honestly, we should bring on a better podcaster to talk to me about that, to talk with me about that game.
I had a dyslexic moment when I saw you upload that footage. Instead of Trails in the Sky, I read Tales of the Sun. I was like, that fucking weird ass PS1 game? Okay.
I was originally
Definitely not.
going to abbreviate it as I want to do, but then I realized Chris Davis is a child and he would never let it go.
Fuck off.
Wait.
Trails
Okay.
in the Sky. Tits.
All right. I mean, I'm going to be honest. I think out of all 4 of us, Chris Davis would be the one who's most mature about it.
About tits?
Yeah,
No.
dude. In fact, if you were actually talking about Trails in the Sky tonight, I would have called this episode the Tits Show.
Yeah.
Like,
well, I guess I can
Pretty
be
certain we've done
100%
that by now.
because we're leading with Trails in the Sky next week.
Next week we'll talk about tits. All right.
Wait, no.
This
Next
week,
week's
though-
Thanksgiving. 2 weeks from
Oh
now.
shit. We didn't talk about that, but I think it's safe to assume that we'll either be recording on a different night next week, or we won't be
Just
recording
something else.
anything next week.
I do
We got
something
The
more
next
trailers to
podcast,
watch. You know,
the next
trailer talk.
podcast, we'll talk about Trails in the Sky. In fact, the next time we convene, it's gonna be it might be December. I don't fucking know. Whatever. guys.
Absolum.
Absolum. Show us
This
that
is-
footage.
So Did y'all know? Are y'all familiar with Streets of Rage 4? It's one of the
Oh,
most
we are.
well-respected modern beat 'em
Sure.
ups by
Yeah,
Emu
yeah.
and Guard Crush Studios. They worked on Streets of Rage 4 with others, like also the studio that worked on Shinobi and the studio that worked on like Emu is all over this year. It's crazy actually. Like also Ninja Gaiden Ragebound
Maybe they
and
should have spread these out a little bit.
well, I mean, they're all yeah, I mean, yeah, maybe honestly. It's just a tough year for indies. Um with Silk Song and Hades and everything.
Yeah.
So Guard Crush, they also did a DLC for Streets of Rage 4 that was a roguelike mode for Streets of Rage 4. Well, they kind of took that idea and ran with it and decided to make a dedicated roguelike beat 'em up in Absolum. And this, I'll say this, the game is gorgeous. It plays incredibly well. And if you've put hands on Streets of Rage 4, you know that. They know what they're doing. And they decided to kind of set their target on like Hades, right? Like we're gonna make a high production value
In a Hades year.
In a Hades year, a high production value, like beautiful roguelike that is not just fully voice acted, but has that continuing storylines as you go from run to run and you're stumbling into characters and continuing like side quests and stuff. All that's here. And the performances are great and it's just a really top, like the presentation is top notch. And maybe you can't see, I mean you can see it in the footage, but like this game and like on your computer or TV or whatever looks way more gorgeous than you could even imagine. Beautiful game and it feels so good to play in a way that like some modern beat 'em ups don't. Or like where some so I think one of the things that holds the beat 'em up genre back is just how like they lean so hard on nostalgia and they're not really that deep. Marvel, the fucking Marvel one's about to come out soon and I'm sure it's going to like score like I probably will crash out and be very loud about it if Absolum scores worse than that Marvel beat 'em up game that's coming out. The sad reality is it might actually do that even though that game is really shallow and just playing on nostalgia because we all love fucking the X-Men beat 'em up game or whatever from the 90s, whatever, yada, yada, yada. But the reality is this game is so much more like elegant and like deep and replayable and it aimed for Hades and I feel like it fucking got there. Like Hades 2 I finished and I love. I think I'm enjoying Absolum more than my time with Hades 2 this year. And because I think the combat is more fun and more engaging and feels better than it does. And I will say you do have to like have maybe some maybe not affection or like but like some not like it still does the beat 'em up thing where you're double tapping forward to like kind of run, right? Or but you don't have to. You can hold the dodge button to run and it has like the very sluggish like up and down movement
Mm-hmm.
that is like sort of like classic to like or part of like classic beat 'em ups, but the actual combo systems are incredibly deep and they include like some elements so that the thing about roguelikes, like think about Hades, right, where like every hit you take is significant because getting health back is not something that is easily done. You don't like if you take a bunch of hits in a fight, like your run is in trouble, right?
Right.
You're like it could be a long time before you get to that next fountain and that next fountain ain't necessarily gonna bring you back up to full health, right? So you need to be very careful with the damage you take, and it's like that in Absolum as well. But the thing about beat 'em ups is they come from arcades and they're not exactly fair, right? Like it was very easy back in the day to just take a lot of cheap hits because they were trying to take your quarters, right? The genres I feel like has always been like that. That fucking beat 'em up in UFO 50 is incredibly frustrating with shit like that. But Absalom introduces some mechanics that are like to me seem really great, like from the perspective of a beat 'em up. Because you dash into attacks to like interrupt them. and enemies also have like more powerful like red attacks, right? As you see like in all kinds of action games and Souls like these days. But you can also counter those by doing like your like heavy attack, right? But you have to time it right. And depending on the character you're playing, like that timing might be tricky. But basically, this game gives you like a way to like 100% mitigate damage if you're really on top of it, or you could just get out of the way. And like having that sort of control and mastery over like, the types of bosses you encounter, which can be like really crazy, and like just like, like the beat 'em up thing of being swarmed by enemies on the screen, but still being able to like play it perfectly feels really good. Because when you take a hit, you do take a lot of damage, and it really is going to hurt your run. But like Hades, like you get really good at like the patterns and the boss patterns and stuff. When you're first playing Hades, right? You're just trying to face tank the boss and dying and wondering why you're not winning. You got to eventually start learning the patterns and getting the fuck out of the way, or you're not going to succeed unless you have some broken ass build. And let me tell you, like Hades, it took me a while. This had a very similar hump to Hades because it is a roguelite. And when you start the game, you're really not powerful enough to be successful. But you eventually get enough of those upgrades to where, okay, now I can more reasonably start playing the game. I don't love that element of Hades, and I don't love it here. But I will say, once you do get over that hump, and you're like, of like building up enough strength and, your death defiances, if you will, then the game becomes way more fun. And it becomes all about like, okay, I'm really enjoying like the core combat of this game, but like, what's the broken shit? Give me the broken shit. It took me a while before I started to have runs that felt like the really broken runs from Hades, and for a while, the game felt really like imbalanced to me, and I'm like, there's something I'm not understanding here, because I stumbled into this one build where you throw like daggers, you spawn daggers and you throw as daggers, and it was so much more powerful than anything I had done up into the game up until the game at that point, which I played a lot, that I was convinced that like there's like something fundamentally wrong with this game. Like they're having a serious balancing issue. And I literally I was in Discord kind of ranting about it. And then very next run, I stumbled onto a completely different build that was even more powerful, and I beat the game for the first time. So I was like, okay, there's some sauce here. There's some like crazy broken shit. And then I played a lot more, and every run, even the run I did, and I'm really rusty in this footage because I've actually not played this game in a few weeks now, because I did get the true ending. I wasn't done with it. But even in this run, I stumbled into some shit I've never seen before. I'm like, holy shit, this game, just like Hades, even more than Hades, because Hades does still start to feel a little samey, especially because most all your interactions come from like the very predictable, like the boon conversations or the conversations at your base, or like, the shopkeeper, essentially, like the merchant conversations. They happen in very predictable places. But here you get constantly surprised, like where like, oh, I was not expecting this character to show up here, or this boss to show up here, or all of a sudden I'm now fighting this boss with that boss at the same time. I was not expecting that. And like the game keeps surprising you. And I mean, I don't know what to say. I understand why this game has not like, people are not talking about this game. It literally came out like a week after Hades 2, and people were still playing Silksong. Horrible timing for like normal indie games this year, especially the ones that came out in the back half of the year. But like this deserves all the attention, and the game like review wise scored incredibly well, but it doesn't feel like it's being talked about, and it's really sad, because now we're kind of in game of the year time, and people are like, oh, I need to finish Silksong finally, and it's like, fuck, man. It's unfortunate. They didn't know Hades 2 was going to drop. They didn't know Silksong was going to drop, and I feel really bad. But like, this is absolutely one of the best games that I played this year, and I think this game does have online co-op, and you can. I played this game entirely like by myself, like Hades, right? But this is like a Hades that you can play with one other person. It has two player co-op, and I've heard like really great things about like even people playing with random unknown people online, just like that camaraderie that naturally builds when you're, faced against, like, the game's really hard. It is a roguelike style game where it doesn't want you to win a lot of the time. It wants you to try to find the broken shit to win, and for a while I kind of sucked at it, but now I got a lot better, and I don't know, it just feels good. Like just put your hands on it, but know that it still has the limitations of kind of like a classic beat 'em up, but it does some smart things to kind of get around them.
The only thing I think that's like impeding me, I mean, aside from time, I don't think I've ever like had what I would describe as a like great experience. Maybe it's just the genre is not for me, but like beat 'em ups have almost never
Yeah,
resonated
you're
with me.
younger. I mean, you're like an N64
I mean, I like
kid.
Turtles in
I get
Time,
it.
and actually, I like Turtles in Time, and strangely enough, I just remembered that I was like obsessed with like the Batman Returns Super NES game. That's a beat 'em up, right? Is that a beat 'em up?
I don't
I mean,
know.
there was one.
That's just like an action game, I think.
But like Castle Crashers or
Castle Crashers, amazing. But like the truth is, like, I don't really love beat 'em ups. I think it's like a lot of like nostalgia bait, and like that genre has always been super shallow. And I've never really like had too much affection for arcadey style games without a lot of like, some interesting RPG systems and whatnot. And there's a little bit of that stuff here, just like there is in Hades, but it's not like a deep RPG or anything. It's if you like Hades, if you maybe have someone you could play with, or like, I mean, look at it. The game is pretty as fuck, dude.
I mean, it is one of those things that's like it's in our library, and
yeah, and
there's gonna be a
good.
handful of games that I'm gonna at least pop in and try before the end of the year.
And like the voice acting's really good, and like I really like these characters. I don't know, dude. It's I feel like this one, if it gets slept on, is a crime, and you're gonna see it on my top 10 for sure.
I've heard the parry system is really satisfying once you
that's what I'm saying. You dodge like a Makiri counter. You dodge into enemy attacks to counter them, essentially, to parry them. And like their heavy attacks, you can do it too, but it's like a riskier, slower move that you have to like more carefully time. But when you're really on it, dude, it feels amazingly well. Yeah,
cool.
Absolum, it's amazing. Play it. I mean, yeah, play it. It's really good. That's all I can say. If you like Hades,
I do. In fact,
people like Hades?
Allegedly.
I just finished Hades 2 the other night.
And honestly, it's not like
Hades.
exhaustively talky. Y'all gave me a little shit about that, but Nick, now that you finished the game, you can't fucking tell me that there was too much talking at the end of that fucking game. They just were going on and on and on.
I think. I mean, it doesn't.
That one moment where Orpheus's song started playing, I started to get a little teary eyed though.
It doesn't. It doesn't help that I was playing it towards the end of the year, and I'm starting to feel the pressure. But also, like, I noticed that like my impatience with the dialogue, as amazing as the dialogue is, and the voiceover and whatever in Hades 2, and the story, and I think the story is fantastic. Like, but there is also a lot of dialogue that's just there because you're talking to this character. I don't think I never ran out of dialogue in that game, but like at one point I had achieved romance is a big deal for me, and I had achieved what I had set out to achieve as far as romance goes. And as soon as that was done, I was like, I suddenly care a little bit less about what everybody has to say.
Dude, can I
so
tell
I
you
am
something?
ready.
Do y'all want to hear some shit?
I always want to hear some shit.
So I finished the game in like, I don't know, 60 something runs or whatever. I never had any relationship in that game.
You fucking crazy.
Is that not normal?
I mean,
because
it's not for me. It's like half the reason I play these
Hades.
And Hades too.
I thought the whole like bathtub, like the hot tub thing was such.
I never did it.
You never went to the hot springs?
So the nectars, I just kept spreading them around to every single person and god in the game. Like every single NPC probably had like 3 nectars. But like, you couldn't buy as many of those as you wanted. And like, you know what I'm saying? Like, and it, like, were y'all grinding for those? I mean, I was
Dude,
trying to make builds and shit, and like those nectar doors are not helping me that much.
Dude, I was giving nectars and ambrosias left and right, and I was by the end
Yeah,
of the
me
game,
too.
I still had like 12 unused nectars and ambrosias.
Did you have all of
but I
the
had like
keepsakes? Did you have all of the keepsakes?
I was missing 2 keepsakes.
Okay.
And I don't know where.
I don't know. I mean, I just
what they
wasn't
are.
picking those doors when I was going on runs because it wasn't helping my
I
run.
I stopped. I got almost none of my nectar from.
Why do they only let you buy one from the fucking shopkeeper? That was what pissed me off.
I don't know, but you can also make like 6 at a time in the cauldron.
You can.
Was it that way in 1? I thought you could buy multiple as long as you had like 5.
I romanced everybody in the first Hades, and this one, for whatever reason, maybe because it was an incantation, that I didn't bother making them.
I don't remember how it worked in the first game as far as
in the first game you could exchange 5 keys for
I was all
one
business.
nectar, and you could do that over and over and over and over again. 10 nectars got you a diamond.
That's
or an ambrosia.
I mean,
or no,
I'm
no,
not-
it got you a diamond. 2 diamonds got you an ambrosia.
So who did you romance? I know who you romance.
Me?
Yeah. Your op?
Nemesis.
Yeah.
Nemesis,
So,
yeah. I got really close with Eris.
Is that
too,
good
but
though? Like, is it worth it? I mean, I'm not done with hate. I mean, there's a whole epilogue. Like the first game.
I wasn't as satisfied with like the way it plays out as I was in the first game. Like Megara is still my boo all the way.
Can I like romance?
But,
so Artemis, I probably have given the most nectars to. Can you?
Isn't Artemis your sister? No, you're
Dude,
no, she's not.
Dude, this is.
She just
first
calls
of
you,
all,
she calls you
your
sister. She just
cousin.
kept using the words.
Yeah.
She just kept using the word sister, and I
She's
realized
your cousin.
now it was more. It was more of like
it's
an
Greek
endearing
mythology. Who gives
Yeah.
a shit, dude?
That is true. That is
She's
also
your-
true.
She's your
That is also
first
true.
cousin.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I am my own grandpa. It's Greek mythology, okay? It don't matter.
Incest
Also,
don't matter in
we're
Greek
not talking about
mythology.
Trails in the Sky, but like that is a game where the 2 lead characters are brother and sister, and they want to fuck each other.
Hell yeah.
But like,
What?
adopted brother. But like,
Oh.
it's still weird, and they acknowledge that it's a little weird. But they
I've
want to
been
fuck each
there.
other.
Fucking dude, that's the whole.
What do you mean
Dex-
I've
the
been
Dex.
there?
That's a Dexter situation. They
Like,
got weird in Dexter.
they
too.
grew up together. Some like smaller children. It is like a Dexter situation. It's fucked up.
And they realized in Dexter, like that they were like, okay, we gotta shut this shit down. It got a little weird there for a second, but it was still
But like
weird when it
little
happened.
Trails in the Sky is like, a lot of like inner thoughts as well. So you're getting like the, oh my god, do I got a boner, like kind of thing. They don't literally say that, but I mean, it might as well be, right? Like it might as well be. It's actually very. I mean, I'm playing it with Henry. Me and Henry are passing the controller. It's very child friendly. But I'm saying like, and he doesn't know that it's a little weird, probably. But it's weird.
Probably.
It's weird.
We'll talk about it next week.
All right, I'm suddenly very much looking forward to this conversation next week. Now we're gonna wrap
Weird.
up the show with the 4-player minute.
Are you the reason that like you can't just like, it's like, bro, I know they're not actually siblings, porn video. Okay, calm the fuck down.
Wait, what are you specifically asking me right now?
I'm saying like why can't porn just be normal?
Dude, I've been asking that question.
It's like
it is weird.
I know they're not brother and sister. I don't want them to be brother and sister. Why are you calling them brother and sister?
Dude,
like let it go, dude. Like, is this actually, is the title of a video doing it for people?
Dude, it is. I know this is an unusual rabbit hole to go down on this podcast, but it is unsettling how that has become like 80% of porn.
I don't understand. And it's literally they're just lying, right? They're just these
titles.
of
course.
They're just lying in these
You
titles.
only enjoy sex if it's truthful?
No, what I'm saying is like no one actually believes
No,
it. You
Crispy,
just
it's like-
you're just calling them siblings in the.
You got it
title of-
backwards, Crispy. Most people seem to.
I'm
It's
actually arguing this, but it's fantasy.
I know, but
try a little harder. It's just
the weird
regular
thing is-
amateur
I'm
porn.
not
The weird
arguing
thing is,
For
the
incest
weird thing is
porn.
that it now feels like the vast majority of consumers of pornography are only into it if there is even the slightest hint that these two characters are related.
or that there's like
Or
a
like,
power imbalance
mother,
that
father,
isn't
or
really
mother,
there, you know?
like weird
Or
family shit.
yeah, I don't like the most sexual organ in the human body is the brain.
Tell you what,
Yeah.
Nick tried to start the
Hey,
4Player event
guys.
about 2 minutes ago, and when people go to click on the timestamp in the YouTube version, they're going to stumble
get
into
this.
a weird fucking conversation.
Real quick.
90% of people have
just
turned off the podcast already. That's just the truth about podcasts.
Thank God.
Look. I did something last week that I haven't done in quite a while, which was I went back and listened to our last episode like from start to finish, and I was like, I like our show. I'm pretty proud of our show. But one thing I didn't realize that
during the show, you always think it's a travesty. So I'm glad you
sometimes
went back to listen.
Sometimes it is. Sometimes 100% it is, but not all the time. But the timestamps that I put in the show notes in the format that I put them in is getting automatically picked up by like the podcast apps. So like it makes it like you can just hit next on the tracks and it'll skip to those and label them properly. And I'm like, that's crazy. That shit's getting so much better.
But does it account for like the insert ads that happen?
Our podcast doesn't have ads.
Well, no, like on Spotify or something like that.
Oh, I don't listen on Spotify. I'm just saying on the podcast app that I use.
Yeah,
like you can see the segment breaks on like the thing, and if you hit next, it'll like last week I hit next and it was like keeper, and it would just jump to the head of the conversation. It was based on the timestamp that I put in the show notes. I'm just saying. I know this is just me being like impressed by like what is probably lame technology at this point or like old technology, but like I was like,
or AI.
This is cool. Or yeah, I mean it is AI for sure.
Yeah,
it's something actually useful coming from AI. It involved like no extra effort on my part to get it to do that. And I was like, that's pretty cool. But anyways, neither here nor there. Time to wrap up the show. The 4Player minute. Final thoughts for the week. Brad, go.
Someone else go first.
Oh my God, Crispy.
Oh, okay.
Anybody.
I was kind of hoping that this was actually going to be a short show and that we would do like short quick mentions and that maybe I could just be like, oh, okay, look at this, and stream through Discord a little bit of this game that I've been playing for the last 24 hours called Lightyear Frontier.
Not just the last 24 hours, the last 24 minutes when I was talking about Absolum as well, you motherfucker.
No, I actually wasn't, but I was talking about it I was playing it earlier in the show.
I have heard about this.
Dang.
Lightyear Frontier. Okay, so it's a open world survival crafting tree puncher game.
But you're a mech.
Tree puncher.
But you're a mech pilot. You have a mech that is like a big tractor that like moves things and like and helps you plow fields and plant and then water and then harvest, and you can like build different like equipment for it to use, or like also build different modes for it to like transform into. Like you can turn it into a big combine that'll just like automatically harvest, like you just drive it forward and it just like harvests a field of wheat. And the whole idea is that you crash land on a planet. It's got that whole Subnautica Satisfactory thing going on where you crash land and you're just supposed to exploit the natural resources. You build this big cannon in the center of your farm that you use to shoot supplies to the other planets in the solar system, which you can like see in the sky usually. Like if the weather is right or like it's nighttime, you see all these planets floating around. They all need different things, right? So you're like harvesting and refining and making all this stuff and sending it to these planets, and it'll like shoot out the cannon and go we just see it fly through the air. And as you're sending these shipments to these other planets, is increasing the power capacity of your mech, so you can start adding more components and more modifications to your mech to make it do a bunch of different things. And it is so cozy, it's so charming. You're just like building your own farm. You're a farmer in a mech, and you just run around in a mech, like deforesting the land,
plowing
harvesting
D4.
stone,
Dude,
and
you're
raw.
the dude from Avatar in the mech.
Yes, but
Stealing
you
the
like are
natural
alone on a
resources.
planet, and you're just living your own.
God forbid you have a
life.
companion, you motherfucker.
There is a companion who's annoying, and guess what? There's an option in the options to turn them
Wow,
off.
way to make this come full circle. That's
It's
fantastic.
a mech farming game, and it's so good. And it might come out next year. And I bought it because it was on sale, and I was like, you know what? I'm gonna start my scouting report on 2026 Fantasy Critic right now. Like,
Look at
I
you.
gotta see, is this gonna be a good one? And I hope you all forget that I said this, but it seems pretty cool.
All right.
Hey.
Duly noted.
Okay, my 4-player minute starts now. I'm just going to continue the Metroid conversation. As my 4-player minute, my final thought is actually about how this, to me, this is an ugly Sonic situation, right? I would not mind if Retro Studios delayed this game a little bit. Obviously, companions are core to the game, but I think there does need to be a more robust option in there for like turning off the other fucking character. I think that would be like super, like, it's not just like your normal angry fans who can't be pleased ever. Like the previews, like from major sites even, were like, what the fuck? Like it seemed like no one was cool with this, or at least people were acknowledging that it seems out of place. So surely they've noticed, right? Obviously they don't have enough time to like do anything significant, but my hope is that I can turn the voice acting off, which, coming from me, I hope you understand how important this is to me, because I'm the guy
pretty extreme.
who shames Nintendo for not putting voice acting in their games. But let me ask y'all, if I turn off the voice acting, which you can, and turn off subtitles, like, is the game, will I not see? Do you think the subtitles are baked into like Samus's visor when an
Probably
NPC
not.
speaks? You don't think they are?
Probably,
But like you,
it's an
because like
accessibility
subtitles are
thing.
not something that they usually turn on for previews. Like when you see like official trailers and previews and stuff, you don't usually see subtitles. But in the Metroid Prime 4 trailer footage, there are subtitles for this NPC, and I'm wondering if they're just sort of like baked into the visor because it's such a core part of this game that if you can't hear Miles or read what he's saying, do you think there's going to be a point where you don't actually know how to, like, you're not going to be able to progress? Like the game is expecting you to rely on his prompts in some respect, or any, because companions are a core part of this game. There's five.
I feel like that seems.
Five of them.
I think that seems pretty unrealistic. I don't think.
Like
I don't think they're.
I want to be clear here too. Like Miles gives her the missiles. The other footage has like the big mech. There's a dude in a mech. Dude, bring this back to mechs. Or he's maybe a robot. He's like punching through barriers, like the Metroidvania elements, the barriers. It's not like you're not getting through portions of this game without your companions. So like, if I don't hear them or read what he's saying, like, do you think I can play a functional game? This is the kind of stuff I'm thinking about, which again would be unheard of for me in almost any other situation. But just think about, maybe I'll leave you with this. Think about the game that is most, in your mind, the most like isolating, atmospheric, like tense, like it's about me and this environment in this setting, and this is the game for me. For me, that's Metroid. Think about what it is for you, and if you want a Miles there, because this is not just Miles in any other random game. It's Miles in Metroid. It's fucking me up. Anyways, that's it. Go ahead, Chris Davis, or
duly
whoever,
noted.
or
Chris Davis, you're up.
I was gonna add on to your thing that maybe look at Metroid Prime Remastered. It was. I know it doesn't have like any dialogue in it, but it supposedly, I think I remember it having a lot of accessibility options, so maybe it's there for you. For my 4-player minute, I just wanted to point out that I beat Ghost of Yotei. I 100%'d it. Love that game. Really good. don't think I like it as quite as much as Tsushima, but
I feel like that's kind of the consensus.
Yeah.
Is that really? Is that true?
I mean, not in like a really, not in like an aggressive way. You know, I think people are just like, that was really good. I don't know if it surpassed Tsushima. I mean, I think
so. So not like a Spider-Man 2 way, right? Where people are like, man, that kind of let me down a little bit.
But
no, I think I mean, I really enjoyed it. I think a lot of people really enjoyed it. I think the reviews say that. I just think that, like, diminishing returns because it's a sequel. And
it's
it
a
came
Horizon Forbidden West situation.
It's a little bit of that, yeah. I mean, it did come out like against so many fucking games in the exact wrong time. Like,
I mean, but here's the thing about that comparison is I think, regardless of how you may feel about Horizon, I think Horizon 2 is unquestionably the better game between the two.
Oh,
yeah,
I didn't know that.
Yeah,
I mean, it is.
But like people
Horizon
don't talk
Forbidden
about
West
it
is
like
incredible.
As affectionately as the first game.
I think this is just a case of diminishing returns, like Chris Davis said. Horizon Forbidden West is a glow up of the original.
Yote's not.
This is Yote. I think Yote is just. I mean, it's
more of that.
It's more, but not as much.
I mean,
it's more, but not, the increase is not as dramatic as going from Horizon 1 to 2.
Okay, so I will say this:
the comparison.
I was satisfied with the story, but I could also see, at least from my perspective, clear as day, where the eventual DLC expansion is going to come. There are sections of the map that clearly look like they're designed to be like, oh, you'll go there in a $20 expansion, and.
But how much? But do you feel like the core game that you play, the story that you saw play, did it feel incomplete?
No. And I really did like that final boss fight, and then like the
and
super
how many
boss.
hours? And how many hours did you
play? I think about 60. But that was me. That was me doing literally everything that you could. Like, it's a lot less than what Tsushima did.
I mean, that's fine.
I mean, I'm just saying. Can we go back to Infamous, please, Sucker Punch?
Nah.
I mean, I know Sly Cooper is not realistic, but I feel like Infamous.
Infamous has not aged well.
Look. The comment you just made about you can see where the inevitable DLC is going to be inserted or whatever. Like, it sounds to me like, I mean, that inherently in and of itself is not a bad thing as long as the core experience still feels complete. It's like, this is not an Assassin's Creed Shadow situation where it's like, I thought I still had to go do like the end game and fight the final boss, and then the game just fucking ended. And I'm like, oh, well, that they literally just chopped the end of this game off, and that's going to be the DLC.
I will say that, like, there are so many very cool little things in the game that I just do not want to spoil for anyone. But once you experience them, you're like, oh shit. Yeah, fuck yeah, I want to talk about this. So I don't know. I doubt anyone else is really gonna make progress.
I'm going back to it, and that leads.
Okay. I will never.
Unless you have anything else to say, that kind of leads right into my 4-player.
Go ahead.
I am on my third playthrough of Silent Hill F to get the true ending, so to speak, and so I've officially seen the second ending of the game, and damn, it is very different and very cool. And I just rolled right into the third playthrough, and I'm using the casual mode that they added in the update from last week. So I'm gonna skip the unnecessary part so I can get to the end faster, because I'm just really interested to see how like the story eventually plays out and get that true ending. But as soon as I finish that third playthrough, my plan is to go right back into Yote. And Death Stranding too.
Man, come on, fuck Yote, man. Play Chronos.
I mentioned earlier there are several smaller games that I want to try. I have games that I'm prioritizing, and then I have games I want to try and squeeze in if I can. Chronos is one of them. I'm waiting for a sale on Chronos. It's still like $60. I checked yesterday. And Mafia of the Old Country. Mafia of the Old Country.
Why would you say that?
Say what?
Why is Chris Davis saying that's not going on sale?
I mean, if it was, it would have hit by now. It's sale season. Everything's on sale right now.
Well, I mean, give it a week. Jeez.
One way or the other, I will probably play Chronos before the end of the year. But
Look
like,
what
as far
Maddie
as my
just said in chat,
PS5,
though.
as far as my PS5 goes, it's Yote and Death Stranding 2. PC, I got Dying Light, Hell Is Us, and I want to try and squeeze in Chronos and Mafia: The Old Country if I can. I got a lot of stuff that I want to play. Having Hades 2 off my plate, Hades 2 is fucking incredible, but having it off my plate feels so freeing.
Liberating.
Hey, you seemed like you were.
I felt
like,
the exact same way
multiple
about
times
Silk
when you
Song.
were playing that game. You were not chill.
What do you mean?
Hades 2. I mean, like you were. I feel like your chill level with Hades 2 was a little low.
Well, I was like spinning my wheels for a little while. Like you said, you finished the game in like 60 runs. I did like 120.
What the fuck? But it's not. Were you like?
I'm just telling you, dude. I'm just telling you. That's what happened.
How is that possible?
I spent 80 hours and 120 plus runs in Hades 2. And I don't regret a minute of it. I loved it. I had a little situation there where I was like, I feel like something should be happening to kind of progress the story, and it wasn't.
You were just
so I probably did
literally
like
doing the wrong
20 runs where I was like, why is nothing new happening? Like, what the fuck?
But I feel like
is going on?
Game really signposts like that stuff pretty
Way
clearly.
to make me
which
feel
is what was
stupid,
driving.
Brad.
Well, I don't know. I feel like it's semi-unique to you.
I even
maybe I
looked
need
up
to-
how to unlock the secret aspects of the weapons, and I never got it. It never happened.
That is, I think those really are supposed to feel kind of secret, because I
Okay.
didn't get all of them either. Because
It's
yeah,
not necessary. I didn't get any of them.
Yeah. Oh.
Anyways, none of them. And I looked up how to do it, and there's still a certain amount of randomness that you have to kind of rely on to unlock it.
You did so many
and
runs,
it never
too.
happened.
Huh.
I did so many fucking runs, but neither here nor there. I beat the game. I saw a lot of it. I even did an extra run or two after I rolled credits, just because there's some stuff you want to see how it like changes up afterwards. Great game, but yeah, I'm looking forward to kind of like that. I'm really excited to get back to Dying Light. Because I was really enjoying my time with that, and as I said, I have a bunch of other stuff I want to play. So lots of cool stuff, a lot of stuff coming in December.
Can I borrow your
like
VR?
TikTok.
Can I borrow your VR?
I said you could.
Can I this weekend?
We'll talk about it after the show.
I feel like
guys,
you're not playing Lumines.
Dude, I didn't even talk about the week that I've had. I had every intention of playing Lumines this week.
Okay.
My week got fucked. Okay. So, anyways, guess I'm car shopping this weekend too, by the way, which was not on my fucking bingo card for this year. So, one less.
Get a Toyota or
I'm
something. Don't overthink it. I'm serious, dude. Don't overthink it. Just get like a Toyota.
I'm just gonna raise my eyebrow at you, Brad. All right, guys. Thanks for listening. That's our show. Next week is
controversial?
I didn't say it was controversial. It's just like I'm not overthinking it. I got it under control. It's just something I wasn't planning for. Guys, that's our show. Thank you so much for listening. Again, next week is Thanksgiving, so we're not entirely sure what the plan is going to be. It'll either be a podcast or some kind of game stream or whatever. It may be over a week before you hear from us again on the podcast. If you happen to be a graphic designer in the community, want to help me work on a new coat of paint for our branding before the end of the year, be sure to reach out to me in Discord. Yeah, and if we don't see you or talk to you before Thanksgiving, have a lovely, safe family holiday, and we'll catch you on the other side. Be good to each other, play video games, and good night.
So what are you doing over there, Crispy? What are you doing over there?
He's watching.
You've been looking down
porn.
for the last 45 minutes. I want to know what it is.
I'm watching incest porn.
Allegedly incest porn.
Joking. Yeah.
Alleged
fake
incest
porn. You watch it and you're like, I can't get hard. They're lying.
No, that's not. You're like completely missing
It's just
the point.
really lazy. It's lazy, you know.
Guys, it's not even about the laziness or the fact that you can't get hard because you know they're lying. It's about why are they lying about that, and why has it become so prominent?
Yes,
why
that
is
too.
why
That
is
too.
that?
Why
Is that
Okay.
the fantasy
No,
that has taken
what
over?
I was reading a thread on Twitter about Tom King, the comic writer, and about his constant use of 9-panel spreads and how a lot of people fucking hate him and don't like that. And honestly, like, they showed 4 9-panel spreads from comics that I've read that I thought were like really good. And people are just like, "Oh, this is like," it's just a million people saying this sucks, and nobody like really kind of articulating why. Or the only real articulation they come up with is this is so inefficient, and it's like, man, sometimes art isn't about efficiency. Like, fuck off. I don't know. I'm not even defending Tom King. I just
7
like
panels.
it was another thing. It was another thing where like I go to Twitter to look up something that like I fucking love, and everybody in the world has the dumbest fucking opinions about it. And I know. I've been on Twitter for
Been there.
13 years. What the fuck am I expecting, especially in 2025? But like,
it's bad.
Like I don't know. Like, are people getting dumber?
Yes.
People are getting stupider, and
Dude,
now our art has to
yes.
change to accommodate them.
It's TikTok and stuff, Instagram Reels, man. It's crazy because like
No, it's not.
Yeah,
It's not that this stuff exists. It's that we let children speak in a public forum. That's
Dude,
the problem, right?
these
Like, that's
younger
gotta be
people-
it. It's the kids. They just need to be silenced.
The kids aren't all right. I'm gonna go play Dispatch.
Am I out of
guys. Y'all
touch?
have a
No,
lovely
it's
night.
the children who are wrong.
people in their 20s, I'm telling you,
They
they'll
need to
just
be protected
like
from their own dumb
scroll
opinions for a while,
hours
right?
and hours and hours, and then at the end of the day, they won't feel terrible about it. There's something fundamentally concerning about that.
If you're dumb, you should be protected from the power of your own voice, because you're just like, I don't know. People pick a thing they like, and then anything that isn't that, they're like, okay, but it would be better if it was more like this other thing. And it's like, bitch, yeah, I know you like that thing. Shut up. Like, who cares? I'm too online, guys. I'm too online.
We all
I
are.
gotta
And like,
I gotta
and the
throw my
problem,
fucking
Crispy,
phone
is
away.
like you shouldn't be online anyways. I'm like,
I
like you being too online doesn't even fit your vibe. It's
I know.
kind of wrong.
It is wrong. It's poison.
Yeah,
it's a poison I
don't-
consume.
Like
talk him out of
if
this
Chris
podcast.
Davis is too online, I'm like, well, but you know, he's got cats.
Shots are
and
being
stuff.
fired.
You know,
Chris
it's
Davis.
yeah.
Take it. Guys, I'm gonna go play Dispatch later.
I'm
bitches.
saying
Yeah,
he
Tarkus
seems
is
to
right.
embrace
Kids have
it.
always
You
been dumb. We
seem
just
to be
couldn't hear them
miserable.
before. And now you are at risk of being assaulted by a 14-year-old's opinion at any point throughout your day.